trying to connect this. Give me a moment. We just went live now on YouTube. So I decided to see how we can go live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. I'm going to drop the link now on the channel. I'm going to drop the link now on the channel, guys. Then we start. If you're just joining, you're welcome. If you're just joining, you're welcome. Okay, so I've just dropped the link now on the channel, and we're going to wait for people to come in. Let me see. I'm thinking. I'm coming. Let me see how I can use this tool at the same time. Sorry, the mic was muted. I didn't know. Sorry. Can you get now? I didn't know the mic was muted. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Okay. All right. So can we start now? All right. Yeah, the mic was muted. I didn't know. Thanks for bringing that to my notice. All right. So we're going to start. If you were just joining, you're welcome in. Right now, we're currently streaming on TikTok and YouTube. This is the first time I'm trying this pattern. Yeah, okay. So this is BTC. I was asking a question. Which one should we backtest and analyze first? Should it be BTC or gold? Which one should we touch first, guys? Which one should we touch first? BTC or gold? If you're just joining, you're welcome in. Which one should we touch first? BTC or gold? Like I say a lot of BTC. I say a lot of BTC than gold. All right, let's look at BTC then. Okay, this is BTC. After BTC, we're going to move to gold, okay? Just for backtesting and analysis. Then remember, guys, we're trading BTC this week, so we need to give it more attention. Yeah, and attention. I might drop gold signals on my VIP channel, but the BTC will be dropped. The BTC signals will be posted on the free channel, okay? Or I might just focus solely on BTC. Remember, we have a standing judgments. We have standing judge. Okay, so this is BTC 4 hours. Let's start from daily time frame so we can see what the candle is trying to read. Daily time frame so we can see what the candle is trying to read. First of all, right, I need you guys to know, for some of you who don't know yet, first of all, please take note of what I'm about to say for those of you who are new. Fundamental is what controls, like, wait, let me rephrase that. Fundamental does not respect technical. Okay, the only time you can trade technical analysis, the only time you can trade the market technically is when there is no global news, when there is no global instability, when there's no geopolitical news, scandal, uncertainty between investors and, between two countries and investors. That is when, like, when everywhere is calm, there's no war, there's no major news that causes a shake. That is when your technical analysis can go well. But when there is war going on, just like this war between US and Iran, fundamental is what you should be looking out for to trade the market, not technical. Because just like the scenario that happened on I think Friday. Yes, Friday. Let's go to gold. Let me show you something that happened on Friday. Just like this scenario that happened on Friday. Oh, I've deleted the zone. So there was a zone here, right? Which the price was, I think that was, I already deleted it. I'm coming, I should be able to get it. That was where we took our TP. That was where we took our TP. I think it should be somewhere around here. I'm coming. That was where we took our TP. That here, right? I'm coming. Give me a moment. Let me draw that. Somewhere around here. Yeah, it was here. I remember this very well. It was here, and then we took this trade from here on Friday. We took the trade from here. Our SL was just somewhere around here, and then this was our TP3, right? Do you guys remember? For those of you on my Telegram channel, you remember this trade we took on Friday on gold. So this was a zone. This place was a zone, right? And because of the speech, there was no news on Friday. There was no major news on Friday. Like technically, there was no news. But Trump gave a speech suddenly, as usual. And because of that speech, instead of the market to react here, when it got to the zone, there was a spike, a breakthrough above. There was a breakthrough above the zone. The zone was not respected. This zone was not respected because of Trump's speech. So what now happened? After I spike, it now came back down to respect it. But why didn't it see? A lot of traders must have entered a sell trade from here, but it's very dumb, right? It's very dumb and blind to enter a trade on a zone without a confirmation. Guys, please, if you draw a zone and you know price is going to react when it gets there, and you're waiting for price to get, come to the zone before you take a trade, always wait for confirmation. If you say, okay, you want to take, because I think some traders do that, of which I consider that a blind trading. Sometimes it may work for them, though. Sometimes it may work for them. Sometimes, I see a lot of times it doesn't work, and you have to set your SL. Trades like this, I think they set buy stop, sell stop, all those kind of things. So they set it here. They just wait for price to touch that zone and activate their trade and then start selling. But look, the market would have cleared them out with this spike. So I always tell my community that when price gets to a zone, always wait for a confirmation, because you don't know if it's going to retrace from there or it's going to be a continuation to the upside, to the other side. So just like, let me delete this, just like what happened here. This was our TP1. Sorry, this was our TP3. And the reason why I set this place as the final TP is because this was the next zone, the nearest zone, which of course price would likely get there, react, and retrace back. Do you understand? But because of Trump's speech, there was a breakout to the upside. Okay. So now this was the trade we took on Friday in my free Telegram channel. I'm going to delete this now. So this week is for BTC, all right? Now, we're still going to analyze gold. We're still going to backtest and analyze gold. Okay, guys, you know what? I think we should start first with gold. Since we are going to be focusing on BTC this week, BTC should be the last thing we analyze so that it will still be fresh in our memory, okay? So I'm going to change this now, the background to black. I'm going to change the background to black. Then I'm going to change the colors of my zone to ash so that I can see the lines clearly. Give me a moment, guys. So this is gold. Let's do the demarcation. Do I have my demarcation? Okay, yes, I do. My weekly demarcation. Let me demarcate this week. So this is the previous week, and this is 2 weeks ago. This is 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 4 hours time frame. Remember, guys, no, let's go to daily time frame. Remember, top-down analysis first before you take a trade for the day. Top-down analysis first before you take a trade for the day. Okay. So we're going to goldcapital.com, right? This is goldcapital.com. And I'm going to delete all these lines here so that it won't be confusing to you guys. Then we'll start all right, for all the blog. Okay. So, okay. Okay, so this is daily time frame. See how the candle closed on daily time frame. Can someone tell me in the comment section what you can read from this candle? From this, read this candle for me. These three candles. This is daily time frame. So can someone tell me your interpretation of these three candles? Let us interact before I come in. I'm in the comment section now. I'm in the comment section. Can someone tell me their interpretation of these three candles? What it means? Buyers or sell? Buyers or sell? Yes, this is trading view. Someone says sellers are in the market. Inside bar candle, morning star formation. Okay, only look out for morning star, right? Guys, only look out for morning star formation at the end of a downtrend, okay? Morning star only forms at the bottom, not at the top. Yes, this looks like morning star, but it's not really valid here because it forms at the end of a downtrend, not at the top, at the bottom. Someone says, I'm in the comment section, guys. What is your interpretation of this, of the last three daily candle? JK says bias plus there is FVG. Okay, okay. Binia says rejection of higher time frame. Rejection of higher time frame. Okay. No, tell me, is it bias or sell? Okay, Jabir says sell. Sky says bias. Ross says a lot of selling pressure. Okay, all right, let's continue. Undoubtedly, the markets, buyers were in the market on Friday. They took the market high. Buyers took this market high above the previous day, which was Thursday, and high above Wednesday's high. In fact, they took it higher above the week's high. You understand? Every other days in that week, they took it high above it. Then sellers brought it back down, just like you see. Now let's interpret this market. Let's interpret the candle like this. Let's interpret it like this. On Thursday, this was the high, right? I'm not supposed to give this free lecture. I'm not supposed to give this free lecture right now. But let me just do it. Let me show you guys how to interpret candlesticks from daily time frame. Now, this thing I'm doing, if you've been joining my live session on YouTube every Sunday, you would understand what I'm about to do because I explained this the last Sunday. Okay, so this high and low of a day of the daily candle of the day's candle is some people's strategy, but it's I don't trade it because it's risky. This is some people's strategy. They trade the breakout, but that's not what that's not what I want you guys to know, right? I'm just showing you that anything at all you see in the market is strategy for some people. Okay, so this candle here is Friday. This is daily time frame for those of you just joining. This is daily time frame. So this candle here was the candle that formed on Friday, and the red one is the one that formed on Thursday, and the one before is the one that formed on Wednesday. Okay, so what happened in the market? Let's draw. Okay, so on Thursday, right, the market gave a doji, which of course some people would want to say is a sell trade, but personally I would say no. I want the next candle that forms after this doji to form in order for me to know who owns this market, because seeing a red candle and a doji does not it automatically means sellers are in this market. I don't even have no, just imagine this green candle wasn't there. Just imagine the green candle wasn't there. Just imagine it was just this red and this one. There's no certainty of who is in the market. You can't say sellers are in the market. No, you can't say that by judging between these two candles. So now this is the high and low of Wednesday. So what happened? The market sold, right? Are you seeing the week? Are you seeing this week here? The market sold and then went all the way up, breaking Thursday and Wednesday's high. All right, and then sellers brought it back down. Now the market closed in between. The market closed in between Thursday. Are you seeing this? Of course, it broke out. Buyers entered and sellers brought it back down. And the market closed in between Thursday, which signifies that this coming week we're entering, right? This coming week we're entering, the market might likely consolidate. That's what it means. The market might likely consolidate. Now, when we're talking about fundamentals, because fundamental is what changes the structure of the market. Like I said when I started this live stream, that fundamental does not respect technical. Technical only works when there is no news in the market. But when there are news, wars, uncertainty, fundamental is what can change the structure is what can make buy trend look like sell trend. Is what can change buy trend to a sell trend immediately. All right, I've removed US oil off my list. Otherwise, I'd show you guys how price suddenly was buying, but suddenly when it dropped down so bad. Why? Because of fundamentals. So if you're a trader, you want to be serious about trading. You want to, your intentions in trading is to make trading like a lifetime thing. You need to learn about fundamentals. Okay. Now, when I start my mentorship, I'm talking about general mentorship because what I host now is a VIP mentorship. So for the general mentorship, based on popular demand, I will make my final conclusion on Friday. If you're on the channel, I'm going to drop it there. By Friday, I should be able to come up with a final decision about the general mentorship. Because I have people always asking me about mentorship, please, and all of that. So all right, so I have not decided yet, but I'm thinking about it. But on Friday, I'm going to drop the update on the channel. All right, I'm going to drop the update on the channel. If there's going to be a general mentorship by May, I'll let you guys know. So why I said that, why I talked about mentorship is wait, what was I even saying before I said that? Okay, there are some things I'm going to explain, right? There are some things I'm going to explain to people like my mentees. All right, because there are some things I won't just disburse here. There are some things I'm not just gonna disburse here, but I'm going to tell it to just mentees. So let's continue anyway. This is a gold analysis. This is gold. We're backtesting gold now, but right now we're trying to foretell what this week is going to be like. So okay, back to what I was saying. So in the mentorship class, if it ever holds, right, in May, if I conclude a yes on Friday, I'm going to be teaching you guys fundamentals. I literally had to pay for it. Yeah, I paid for the knowledge. Okay, I paid for the knowledge. The mentorship class I paid for was strictly to learn fundamentals, because when I learned Forex, when I started trading, when I paid the mentorship classes I paid for, it was basically just technicals. So when the market is buying, you don't know why it's buying. When the market is selling, you don't know why it's selling. When the market have a big push, you don't know why it has a big push. I had to go and pay for learn fundamentals. So when I host the general class, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to interpret news, where to get this news from, because it's not about sitting down watching CNN all day. I used to hate news, but you don't have to sit down watching news all day. I'm going to show you guys the right channels to follow for news updates. And then, so when news comes out, you know where the market is going to. And I'm also going to teach you guys how to interpret NFP, PMI, PPI, CPI, all these news, the data and what to expect from the market when the news data comes out in the general mentorship class, if I decide by Friday to host it. Okay, so let's continue. So now, you see this, like I said, if there was no fine, let me tell you guys what's happening right now. So as of yesterday, yes, it was Saturday, Iran closed the Strait of Hormuz. They closed it back, right? And then Trump said they cannot blackmail the world with the Strait of Hormuz. And now before I went live, there was another news from Iran saying that they don't want no negotiation because US were about to send some representatives to Pakistan for another round of talk with Iran. But Iran said they don't want any talks anymore with US. I don't know why, but maybe more updates will be posted later. But as it stands now, I don't think there's going to be any other I don't until something changes. But as of now, the news as of now says Iran does not want any further talk with the US. So meaning the ceasefire is over and the war continues. And US is already threatening to destroy their energy and plant. Do you get? So it's going to be crazy. Now, you see this move now. Normally, you can say, okay, buyers took it up and sellers brought it back down. So there was a break here. Technically, there was a break here. So you can expect that market is going to buy up. You can expect that market is going to buy up to this next zone here. But because of the fundamental news, two things are likely to happen this week. Either the market consolidates badly or sellers bring back this market down. Because what is going to happen this week is, as long as the Strait of Hormuz is closed, oil price is going to spike. And when there is a spike in oil price, gold will sell. USD, of course, will increase. So remember, we're trading gold against USD. So for those who trade US oil, if you check the market at the open of today, at the open of tomorrow, you see a sudden spike. Because now there's going to be a lot of inflation, like increase in price in oil because they've closed back the Strait of Hormuz. You understand? And then the war continues. And I just pray it doesn't get so tedious as it was 3 weeks ago. The weeks, crazy weeks, indecisive move, deep drawdowns, and so on and so forth. But however, all these things doesn't really affect BTC, and I'm glad we're trading BTC this week anyway. So now this is gold, daily time frame on gold. We're going to go through the previous week to see how the market played out. Okay, for those of you who are on my channel, you would especially those who took all the trades I posted, all the trade signals I posted on the channel, I'm sure you ended the week with a lot of profits because it was basically winning streaks for us this last week. All right, so technically this, as long as there was a breakout here, even though sellers brought it back down, the following day, like at the open of the markets the following day, this is what would have happened. Technically, not fundamentally, the market would have dropped down a little bit here and then keep pushing to the upside, maybe test here again, retrace, push again to the upside, test this place, and then move. This is how the market probably would have moved technically. But now, with the fundamental news, this is what we should expect from the market. This is what we should expect from the market. From where this is the close. If you see a green candle, there are people who use different colors for their candle, but for my own charts, this green means buy and then the red means sell. Okay, so for this buy, when you say buy candle, the opening of that candle is at the bottom and the close is at the top. When you see a sell candle, the open is at the top, the close is at the bottom. Okay, all right, so now okay, you know what, let's go down. We're still doing a top-down analysis. Let's go down to 4 hours. I just wanted to quickly teach you guys how to interpret news here, how to interpret news from the daily time frame, like how to how to interpret the following day's trade, how the market is going to move the following day from the previous day candle. So like this, now you can draw this and this. See, guys, you can. I hope you guys are with your system, because I said whenever you join my live stream, you should always be with your system, so that where I'm drawing my lines and zones, you're also doing the same thing. All right, so now take a look at this, guys. This is Friday's candle, and what did I say? Remember what I said? I said two things are likely going to happen in the market. The market this week is going to consolidate, and this is the range is going to consolidate on. This is the range the market is going to consolidate on. This is Friday's candle. This is the range is going to consolidate on. All right, or it breaks below. Why? Because of fundamentals. I hope you guys understand. So now let's go to 4-hour time frame. Let's go to 4-hour time frame. So this is 4 hours. 4-hour time frame. Okay. No, sorry. This is 1 hour. I was wondering. This is 4 hour now. This is 4 hour now. I'm going to delete this. I need this chart to be as clear as possible so you guys would understand everything I'm doing here. Okay, so what do you guys... I'm coming. Let me change this. Let me use this one so that maybe... I think this one has a wider view. This one has a wider view. So let's use this one. Let's go to goldcapital.com. I think I missed it. All right, no. So this is goldcapital.com. We went to 4-hour time frame. Guys, do you see this? Do you see this? The high and low of Friday. Okay. So like I said, two things are likely going to happen. A consolidation the whole of this week, or a dip below. Sellers will bring this market down. I already have my zones down. I don't trade with this gold. I trade with this one. I already have my zones down where I'm expecting price to come down to if it's selling. This has already, okay, this is gold. This zone has already been tested. This one has not been mitigated. There's a gap here. The gap has not been closed yet. So if this market is going to sell down, if sellers are going to be in this market this coming week, this is the first zone I'm going to be targeting. This is the first zone. I have another zone down here. If the market does not respect this zone, if you've been joining my live stream, you would know all the zones I'm talking about because I mentioned it. The next zone the market is going to be respecting is this one down here. Is this one down here? This one. Then this is a major demand zone. This is a major demand zone. So anything that makes the market come down here to this spot, anything that makes the market come down to this spot, come all the way down. This is the zone it's coming down to, and from here you can enter a buy trade from here to the upside. You can enter a buy trade from here to the upside. This is a very major demand zone. This place here, but that's not what I want us to look at now. This is 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 4 hours. Okay, so this is 4 hour time frame. Remember this line I drew? This is the high and low of Friday. And like I said, the market is going to consolidate this week because of how the daily candle printed. Either consolidate this week or sellers will be in this market aggressively. Either a consolidation or sellers will be in the market aggressively. Okay, except there's going to be another news, that's screams peace between Iran and US. Otherwise, it's going to sell, and then oil will spike. Okay, so this is 4 hour time frame. Please, what's the overall? Let's converse. What's the overall structure of the market, guys? I'm in the comment section. This is 4 hour. We're done with daily time frame. Now this is 4 hour. What's the overall structure of the market? A buy or range, an uptrend or range. If you're able to identify the structure of the market from the higher time frame, then trading the smaller time frame will not be a problem. Overall is bullish. I see a lot of bullish in the comment section. Okay. All right. It's been a bull trend, an uptrend. Okay, you can say long. Long means buy. Short means sell. So when you hear traders say long, just know they mean buy. When you hear some traders use the word short, it means sell. Okay, so some use bull, some use bear, some use up, some use down. You can use anyone. It all means the same thing. All right. Okay, so the market has been on an uptrend until it got to this spot. Until it got to 4,800. When it got to 4,800, it ranged. As you can see what happened here, guys, we're backtesting. This is backtesting now. That's what we're doing right now. Please, I'm coming. Okay, let's draw a line here. This is a different week entirely. Okay. Yeah, this is last week. This is 2 weeks ago. So the market has been on an uptrend. The market has been on an uptrend, and then when it got to 4,800, it created liquidity. It created liquidity here. Okay, there was no breakout. This is not a breakout. This and this is not a breakout. A weak breakout is not considered as a valid breakout. A valid breakout is when a full body candle closes above the previous high or previous low. Okay, so this is liquidity. All right, of which some people will call it an M pattern. Okay. Okay, so what happened on Friday? Trump gave a speech that took this market, a lot of sellers were expecting the market to sell, but because of Trump's speech, the power of fundamental news, the market buyers took this price way up and then they brought it back down. Okay, now this is last week. The market, of course, was very good because the Strait of Hormuz was open. We cashed out in the trading community. In the trading community. Now, this week, what should we expect this week? I'll tell you what I look out for to sell if the market should get there. I'll tell you what I look out for to sell if the market should get there. This is 4 hour time frame. So what happened? The market created a very long spike. Very long spike. You can say smart money came in from here. So now what you want to do now is to mark the candle that formed before the spike. If you're with your system, you can do that too. This is 4 hour time frame. Let us mark that together. We're going to mark the candle that formed before smart money came in. Who are the smart money? They are big banks, big investors, hedge funds, the big guys. These people are smart money. Okay, so what you want to do is mark the candle that formed before the spike. This is what already, this alone is liquidity. Okay, you see how the candle formed here, right? You can also call this support, but don't get your brain too confused, guys. Just don't let too many words, too many English blow your mind. It's either you call this a support, some call it liquidity, but your focus is when price gets here, price will react here. It will react from here. It will go up a bit. But with the fundamental news happening, I think it may not respect it. When fundamental like this happen, just don't bank on trading your technical. Don't bank on trading your technical. Just go with the flow. All right, just mark your zones and just wait for price to get there. Only enter when you see candlesticks confirmation, when you see confirmation for a retracement or a continuation, so that you don't enter blindly and then get kicked out. All right, so what I just did now is mark out the candle that formed before the long spike. So what would you call this? Some people, like I was saying, some would call this liquidity, some call this support, some call this an order block. All right, now this candle, the green candle and then the red candle, the space in between is called fair value gap. Now price came down a bit but did not entirely close the gap before the Friday market ended. It did not entirely close the gap. So if the market opens, it's going to be a new candle opening entirely. All right, so this place from the end of this candle to the beginning of the candle that formed before the spike is what we call fair value gap. Believe me, not everybody knows what fair value gap is. Not everybody can trade it. That fair value gap is one of my strategies anyway. But you see this fair value gap, I don't know how other pairs work. Some people take trades on fair value gap. I don't take trade on fair value gap. An order block is valid when there is a fair value gap. Take note, an order block is valid when there is a fair value gap. So you're to spot the fair value gap and then go ahead to spot the candle that formed before the spike. All right, so now this is what I look out for. Not just fair value gap, but the candle that formed before the spike. You can also call this a mini demand zone. So now this is an order block, or you can call it a mini demand zone. So the reason why it's a mini demand zone is because it's in between. It's not, this is a swing high, right? This is a swing high, and then this is a swing low. So anything happening in between, it's mini, all right? Any other block, fair value gap, support, resistance you see happening in between is called mini, okay? So as long as you've spotted your swing high, swing low, you see the major demand zone, the candle that formed before the spike, formed liquidity, and then a breakout above the liquidity. Don't worry, don't worry. When I open the when I open the general mentorship class for May, if I'm going to decide by Friday, I'm going to teach you guys all of this in a very simple term. Then this is a supply zone, a major supply zone. The swing high and the swing low. So any other thing in between is mini, okay? That's to say, instead of waiting for when price is going to come down here or go up before you can take a trade, you can look for trade in between to take. That's just what it means, all right? So while you're waiting for price to get to the major supply zone or major demand zone, you can just spot out a good trade in between and take your trade and target the next zone. Do you understand? To take your profits. So right now, this is a mini demand zone, because look at what happened. There was a lot of money resting here. Like I said, liquidity. A lot of money was resting here, and then there was a sudden spike happened. You want to mark out that place because that candle is a very important candle. So if price peradventure comes down to this place, apparently to close this gap, it's going to react here to the upside. But don't target long buy. Don't target a long buy because of fundamentals, because of the news. So there's a tendency that price might come here. Let me not draw a position there yet. Let me show you guys an illustration. So there's a tendency that price will come touch here and react. Tendency that price will come touch here and react to the upside, maybe to this place. Yeah. Or, and then retest, then go up. This is not certain because of fundamentals. Or, if it disrespects this zone here, if the market should disrespect this order block, let's say it breaks below, right? It is going to test it. It's going to go back to test it before it keeps dropping. Okay? So let's say the market disrespect this order block and it goes up to test. Now, what you want to do is look out for the next zone. Look out for the next zone. Now, a support and resistance can be your zone. Fair value gap, order block can be your zone. Liquidity can be your zone. Like for instance, let me give you guys a secret. I'm not supposed to say this. I'm only supposed to say this to people who join the mentorship. But let me say, there are a lot of things I'm going to teach you guys if I open that free mentorship about gold, how, like, where gold reacts to, mostly that a lot of traders don't even know to get. And these are simple things. And you can only know it if you spend so much time in the market. That is when you can, if you spend so much time back testing the market. If you don't, you would never know. I have spent day and night on the market, back testing, forward testing, reading, studying, understanding. Let me show you guys something very quickly. Let me show you guys something very, very quick. Where's my gallery? I'm going to show you guys like a glimpse of it. All right, I'm going to show you a glimpse of it because I don't want you guys to take note of it. Okay, where is it? Uh-huh. I hope no one is going to screenshot this, but it's okay. You can if you want to. So this is my gallery, right? And you see all this? You see all this? No, wait, I'm coming. So this is my gallery on this tab. You see all this? You see all this? You see all this? All these are screenshots of candles, and this too. And this too. I'm not going to open all of it. And this too. Now, from my day and night of studying the market, sleeping on the market, waking up from the market, backtesting, forward testing, I understood. I took note of candles that forms before a reversal. So when I tell you guys buy, I look out for, before I was, so I literally, I collated a group of candlestick formations that prints to show that the trend of the market is about to change. That shows that sellers that just entered the market and is going to start selling. That shows that buyers just entered the market is going to start buying. Do you understand? That's the screenshot of this candlestick formation. Do you get? So, yeah, let's continue. Okay. Okay, so this is a liquidity here. All right. So if the market should open disrespecting the zone, remember, see guys, zone, you see there are some pairs that does not respect zones. But you see gold, you see BTC, they respect zones. All right. When I say respect zones, guys, let me shock you. Do you know that this candle, you see this candle here, this middle red candle, do you see the wick of this candle, the middle red candle? Do you know that price can actually come there and start reversing? Price can actually go up just to test that candle wick and start reversing. Don't worry, I'm gonna teach you guys all of these things if I decide to open a general mentorship class. I'll decide that on Friday. If you're on the channel, if you're on my Telegram channel, you'll see the updates. I'm gonna drop it on Friday at the end of the close of the day's trade. So that's why I drew this here. That's why I drew this wick here, because if price should come down, of course it's going to react here, because what happened? It reacted there before. It reacted there before. So it's might likely, it will, if it ever comes down here, this is 4,600. 4,600. This is 4-hour time frame on gold. It's going to react here, buy up a little bit, maybe to the next zone, to this place here. Don't always look out for, before if I enter trade, I always want to hold for long. No, I don't do that. For long, I stopped doing that. Just target the next zone. Be it liquidity, be it candle a week. Target the next zone. Like you see here, there is this place. This is a very important. This is liquidity, by the way. Money rested here. So even if price gets here, even if price gets to this point here, right? It's going to retrace and it will respect this place. Okay, you see this box? Take note of this box. Let's go to a smaller time frame and see what the market printed there. Let's go to a smaller time frame and see how the market was there. This is liquidity. You see? This is liquidity. So if this market comes down, it's going to go. Hold on. This is the gap. I'm coming. I'm going to delete this now. Or no, let me rather reduce it. There's something I want to show you guys. It's not here on this gold. This is goldcapital.com. If you're a gold trader, focus on trading gold Ohanda. If you've been joining my live stream, I've been saying it over and over. Focus on trading gold Ohanda. But for the sake of this live stream, I'm only analyzing on goldcapital.com. All right. Okay, so I'm going to adjust this box now because we're not done yet. You see this gap here? Any gap the market prints, let me not say the market, because some pairs don't go back to close their gap. I think I saw that on USDJPY. It created a gap in 2025, September 2025, and it never got back there to close it. But you see gold, any gap gold creates, it comes back to close it. That is some people's strategy. All right, that is some people's strategy. They wait for price to come to close that gap. So on the gold XAUSD Ohanda, I have a zone here. I have my box drawn here. So price is definitely going to react here because this is a gap it created. This is an imbalance. All right, so let's mark out that place quickly. So I'm going to increase this now. If you're with your system, you can do that now. This is 15 minutes. This is 15 minutes. So you can also go to 15 minutes and spot this place. But okay, to make it easier, the price is around 4743, 4743. So you want to mark out that place. The beginning of the gap to the very end of the gap. The beginning of the gap to the very end of the gap. I hope this is not too small. Can you guys see that now? Can you guys see it now? Okay, so you want to mark the beginning of the gap to the end of the gap. Or you leave it like this. Okay? Or you leave it like this. You leave it like this. So you can enter a buy trade from here. There is no guarantee that it's going to buy from here. It might just close it and move. But of course, it's going to react when it get there. But don't target too long. This is 97 pips. Just... okay. Okay, it's actually a small gap. So you can... only when you see a candle confirmation for a buy. Only when you see a candle formation for a buy. So you can enter in from... see, let me tell you something about gold. If gold is coming to close, it does not close with a wick. Of course, first, it might come first wick that place. But if gold is closing a gap, it closes with a full body candle. All right? So even if it comes down, just... you see this wick? Even if it comes down and create a wick here, in the gap, look out for a full body candle closing in the gap. That's when you know, okay, fine. Yeah, wait, I'm coming. Let me get the right word. I've fulfilled my mission. That's what it means. I have fulfilled my mission. I'm done with my work. I'm going. That's what it does. So, okay, I'm coming. There was a gap that I had. There was a gap that created here. Fine. Yeah, Giga, if you're on my Telegram channel, you remember I talked about this gap. So price came up here, right? It didn't entirely close it. And then it came to close it. See just what I was talking about. Just what I was talking about. It came to close it a bit with a wick. This is the wick. This one. This is the wick. It came to close a bit. So this is the wick. Now let me draw a line there. So this is the beginning of the gap. You see the beginning of the gap. Then price came, wick it. Like if you don't know this so well, you say, okay, it has closed the gap. No, it hasn't closed the gap. If you guys remember, for those who have been joining my live, I said it has not closed it yet, even though it wicked in there. It hasn't closed it yet. Gold always close a gap with a full body candle. And what happened there? This is the... I'm coming. See, you see this line? That's the beginning of the gap. You see the wick? I told you guys it did not close yet, that it has to close with full body candle. And what happened here? A full body candle went above, closing it automatically, and then it dropped down. Now, are you seeing this gap? You see this gap, right? You see this gap? What did I tell you about drawing at least to the end? Still how price, like, I'm trying to say it's not okay to just draw only the gap. See, this is what I mean. It's not okay to just draw only the gap. No, don't do that. Draw even to the end of that candle that created the gap. Draw even to the end of the candle that created the gap. Why is this live ending in 5 minutes? Guys, hold on, please. Hold on. Let me... all right, done. Okay, so I'm going to leave this box here and I'm going to delete this. Let me delete this one first. I'll put it back. I would just want to show you guys something before we forge ahead, please. I just want to show you something. Okay. So this is the line, the end of the gap, and then price closed with a full, but this green candle, it closed with the full body candle. Like I said, if it just like this week now, you're like, okay, it has no, it has to close with full body candle. So it closed and it went down a little bit, of course, because of Okay, I think this is last week now. Yeah, this is last week. This is last week. So this is last week when the ceasefire was on. Okay, so the market moved well. So this is what happened. It now created a gap because it wanted to keep buying. Normally, when it closes a gap, it starts selling. Okay, when it closes a gap, it starts selling. All right, so this is what I wanted to show you guys. Let's delete this. Let's just refresh. Let me just reverse this. There's something I want to show you guys about this gap. Okay, I'm coming. Let me take this off. Done. Now, what I'm only showing you guys an illustration. It's not a strategy. Okay, I'm just showing you guys like what to look out for when you see a gap and where to expect the market to at least touch. When you see a gap, where to expect the market to at least touch before reversal or continuation. Do you understand? I'm not teaching you guys strategy here. We're just reviewing the market together. So take note of this. Now let's go to 4-hour time frame. All this, everything I'm saying boils down to what and how the week trade is going to be. So I can't just tell you guys, oh guys, this is what I'm expecting the week to play out because this is what I see, this is what I see. No. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to explain it in details for you. That's how I'm very, very detailed about things when I'm explaining. Okay, so like I said, if price ever comes down here, it's going to react here, right? Because it reacted here before. As long as it reacted here before, it's going to react again. So it's going to react here. So you want to target the next zone, which is that liquidity there. This liquidity. You remember this zone now, this box I drew that we had to go to the 15-minute time frame. So if this is the close of Friday, all right? So anything that makes market breaks here, all right, because of fundamental, it would definitely go back to retest that zone it broke out from. And then this, if it ever gets here, this next place is going to react. This is the next place the market will react. So even if you're taking a buy trade here on confirmation, target this place, this week here, this zone, this liquidity here, not a week, this liquidity here, target there as your TP1. Because price might just go up there to test. This is gold. I'm only telling you the places gold likes to react from. Go up there to test there, and then come back to maybe keep selling. Okay, so let's continue. If price should break below, okay, I was trying to tell you guys about the gap. I just saw that. I just realized that now. So this place, I'm going to delete this line and leave only the box to be. Are you seeing the gap? Are you seeing this gap? All right. So like I said, what made me go all the way down here to explain this gap is to let you know, like just to explain that the market doesn't just touch the gap and reverses. It goes all the way down to the candle the beginning of the candle that created that gap. It goes all the way down to touch it. So if you're entering, so that you won't have long drawdown and market kicks you out or something. If you enter wrongly. Okay. Please, a moment. Let me extend this box. All right. So this is not a major. This is not a major one. All right. There is a back and forth going on between US and Iran. So you want to be very careful trading the market because Trump might give a speech on Monday and there might be a crazy spike on Monday, just like about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks back. Okay, so you want to be at the edge because if Trump should give a speech now, the market reacts immediately, but not to worry. I'm going to teach you guys. I'm going to show you guys where to get this news from. You get whenever Trump posts, so you'll be the first to see it. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's go down. I have my gap here. Okay, so this is it. Just guys, remember why I drew this? Just where I drew it. What did I tell you guys? That if price should break below, if price should break below this zone here, it's going to come down here. Just where I drew this. I didn't even. That was before I realized there was a gap here because it's not here, but it's on the other gold chart which I trade with. I trade from. So it will definitely react here and come up. Now, two things involved. It's either price comes up to test this zone or it only tests here, this liquidity here, and start retracing. So look out for, if you're entering a buy trade from this zone, there's going to be a reaction here, this place. The price is 47. The price is 4744, 4743. You can take note of that. The price is 4744, 4743, 4746, sorry. Right? I'm coming. Okay, so if you're with your system, you should see the gap. You should see the gap. If you're with your system, you would see the gap. So price would come down here and react to the upside. So you want to target this place as your TP1. If you're entering trade from the gap, we're on confirmation, you want to target this place. This is about this 259 pips as your take profit one, and then this zone it broke out from, that's 400 pips as your TP2. Okay, and then by then you must have broken even. So let's delete that. So this is there's a zone up here, right? There's a zone up here. There was a break of structure here. So as it stands, the buyers are still in this market. Buyers are still in this market because there is a break of structure here. There was a break of structure here. This is 4-hour time frame. A full body candle closed above the previous high, not a wick. It's a full body candle. No, it wasn't a wick. You see it? Okay, so buyers are still in this market. So what would tell us that it's sellers that are in the market is when the market breaks below here, because this is the high that gave birth to this. This is the low. Sorry, this is the low that gave birth to this high. So if that's why, and that same low we have our order block there. So that's why I said if the market does not buy, if it sells, if it breaks this zone, it's going to retest it and keep selling. And why is it going to sell? Because of Iran and US. That's why. The fundamentals. Okay. All right. So we have 3 zones now, right? We have this zone here. We have this zone here, the gap, and then we have this liquidity zone here, which you can also call support. On Tuesday, I'll be going live again. To trade live. I think for 2 Tuesdays. This past Tuesday, I did not go live because I forgot. I only remembered after we had taken the trade that ended in profit. The trade signal I called on the group that ended in profits. After that trade was when I remembered I was supposed to go live on that Tuesday to trade live. So hopefully I don't forget this week. So yeah. This should be the swing low. Okay, yeah, this is swing low. So apparently, instead of just waiting for price to come all the way down to the swing low, the major demand zone to take a buy, you could just target some trades here. Okay, so last week, see how the market moved last week. Buyers were in the market, then a little retracement happened, and then buyers took it back up, right? And then there was a break of structure here. So the market was good. The market was good last week, undisputedly. So like I said, for those of you who joined quite late, I said this week I'm expecting the market to move in range. But if it does not move in range, it's going to sell down. And I've already illustrated how it's going to move if it's selling. It's going to break. If it breaks this order block, it's going to come back to retest it. This is where it's going to get to close this other gap it created last week. And then it to go back up to retest that zone it created. And the reason why it to keep selling is because of the Iran war, the US-Iran war, okay? All right, so you can target here also as price is going to retrace here, definitely. Price is going to retrace here at 4,643. So you can seek to take a buy there. So, however, because I know that's if the market opens like on Monday. Monday is just few hours from now. So if the market opens and there is no crazy spike to the downside, breaking this zone, let's say maybe the market opens and it's moving gently, good. This is why I intend to take my buy trade. This is where this zone, I intend to take my buy trade on this zone. That's if there's no crazy spike that breaks the zone. It's just moving gently and good here. Then target here. I'll target this place. Because now, look at this. When a new candle opens, it's either it comes up. Take note of this thing I'm showing you guys. I see it happening a lot of times. A lot of times. So you want to take note of it. I'm dishing it out for free. Okay. All right, look at this. This is the okay, from the 4-hour candle, see? Look at this candle here, the 4-hour candle. The sell candle has no wick. And that's to tell you that sellers are strong in this market. Now, this is what I wanted to show you guys. If the market should open without testing this place, if the market should open from here without testing this place, this wick here, this other candle wick, without testing it, let's just say it comes down to quickly closes. I'm going to strike my buy from here. I'll strike my buy from here, and then I'll target this place as my TP. This week as my TP. The market likes to open with gaps. Lately, the market has been opening with gaps. So most likely, it might as well open from here. Guys, I think that was what happened on this. That was what happened here. If you joined my live session last week Sunday, I talked about this same thing. Guys, take a look at this gap here. I'm coming. Okay, yeah. I'm coming. This was our zone. This was our zone. This was our zone here. It wasn't this big. Let's go to 1 hour. Let me show you guys what happened last week. Last week, Monday. For those of you who joined my live stream last week, Monday, the analysis, you remember this zone I drew, this order block. You'd remember this order block I drew last week, Sunday, and I told you guys this is where I seek to take a buy. This was where the market closed last week, Friday, when we were doing our analysis on a Sunday like this, just this past Sunday. And then I said, I'm seeking to take a buy from here because there's an order block here. There's a fair value gap. There is a liquidity here. And then price would get to this zone and would buy. And what happened? It started from this zone. It created a gap. On Monday, the market started from that zone I was seeking to take a buy. On Sydney. This move happened in Sydney. It happened in Sydney. And then look what happened. See? Let me show you. This is an A setup, guys. This is an A setup. From the moment it broke here. Now, remember what I said. I said this move happened in Sydney. When people were already sleeping. From here, you target this high as your take profit. Did the market get there or not? Did it get there or not? It did. How many pips? 1,455 pips on gold. So now, similar thing here, our order block. You see this order block here? You see the fair value gap? Although there is no liquidity and there is no break above. So that's to tell you that that's to tell you to be careful trading on this zone. Because there is no, there's no picture that it's going to buy. So personally, I have two buyers. That the market is going to break out from here. But let's go back to 4-hour time frame. Let's go back to 4-hour time frame. This candle here, this one. See this week. So now look at how the 4-hour time frame closed. As a strong sell candle with no wicks. That's to say sellers are in this market. Sellers are in this market. So two things are going to happen here. Either the market starts from this zone like it did last week, Monday, because the market repeats itself. It likes to repeat patterns, and you just need to know the pattern it likes to repeat. That's it. If you know, if you're a good trader, maybe you have long-term experience, you would understand. Maybe on gold precisely, I don't know about other pairs, but on gold, there were times last year that whatever that happened, like, I don't know if people knew this, but I knew it. I knew that I noticed that whatever the market did last week, let's say maybe on Monday or on Tuesday, that is what is going to happen the following week. And then the next week, after that week, another thing will happen. Just take note of that thing that happens, because the week that comes after that week is the same thing that is going to happen. The market likes to repeat itself. It repeats patterns. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I said I won't be surprised if the market should open from this zone here. I won't be surprised, because that was what he did last week. That was what he did. That was what happened last week. So I won't be surprised if it opens here. But however, guys, anything that makes the market opens here. Watch out for a confirmation. Watch out for a candle confirmation to the upside that tells you buyers are in. And if the confirmation tells us that buyers are in, this is where I'm going to target as my take profit. This place here. This week candle. Because gold likes to respect places like that. Gold likes to respect places like that. Let me delete this. I don't want to have too many lines. Okay? That's where I'm going to target. Now, why except if the market opens, it goes to close here. Because, guys, I don't know, but it feels like I'm looking for a very simple way to explain what I'm trying to say. Very, very simple way to explain. If this market, let me delete this first. Let me delete this. As this market is right now, it tells me from the readings of this candle that sellers are in, because it closed full, no weak. So sellers are in. So two things involve. The market will start from here, right, to the upside. It won't just start from here and start selling, but if it does, no problem. Then you want to look out. You want to mark out your zone here because of the gap it creates. So if the market starts here and shows that it wants to buy, it's coming to close the gap it must have created for starting here on the zone. So it's coming up to close the gap it may have created, and also to test this candle. Why? Because it's trying to not create an inefficiency. Please, see, let me tell you guys something. Some traders will call it, some traders call these imbalances, the gap. Some traders call the gap, some traders call these gaps inefficiencies. Some call imbalance. Some call it FVG. It's still the same thing. Don't get yourself confused. I know why I had to tell you the inefficiencies. I know why I had to use that word. So that if you hear a trader say inefficiency, you'll know what it means. So I literally just explained to you guys what inefficiency. If you hear a trader say inefficiency in the market, just know it means imbalances in the market, fair value gap in the market. That's it. All right. So I had to use that word because I wanted you guys to know what it means if you hear it out there. Okay, so that's it. So apparently, if a candle should, if Monday candle should open, Sydney candle should open, and then it closes anywhere around here, then take note of this gap. You want to mark this candle as your zone. You want to mark this candle as your order block. This one as your order block. So if market should react here and want to start buying, it's gonna test it. Take note of this thing I'm saying, because that's what's gonna happen based on repeated historical patterns. Historical repeated patterns. Based on historical repeated patterns. This is what I'm telling you guys. Okay, so why do I have this line here? I'm deleting it. Okay, guys. All right, the order block. I hope you guys understand though. But if you don't, if you're on my channel, you'd understand better because I'll always update you guys there. So from here to this zone, up again, test it, come up here to test this place, and then come back down. All right. Or if the market should break below this zone, it's gonna come close this other gap here, which it created last week, and then come up to test the zone. See, anything that makes the market breaks the zone to this place, right? Just know that it has broken the previous low, right? Then to test here and start selling to this other place. There's another zone here. No, there's no, yeah, this was a zone, but it has been respected anyway. This zone has been respected. This one has been respected. It was respected by this candle here, this candle. So I don't think I want to draw any zone there. It's already been respected. I'm going to delete it. So this is where price reacted before. So if this market should break below this zone, it's going to retest and then it's going to head down here. Okay. But if there's no breakout, it will just from this zone here buy up to close there and then. But my my overall view of this market is that sellers are in this market. Sellers are in this market from how the candle closed. Number one. Number two reason is because of the Iran and US news, the war between Iran and US. Iran said they don't want any second talk with the United States. The United States are planning further attack on Iran. So the market is going to it's going to move crazy this week. So that's the end of this analysis. If you have any question, please drop it for me. Drop it for me in the comment section. Let me start answering them. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comments. I'm going to answer them. I see people say invest fair value gap, invest. Guys, don't confuse your brain. Fair value gap is fair value gap. Leave all these invest, no invest. No. If you want to be following all, you confuse yourself, except you give it time to learn. If you have any questions, you can drop for me in the comments. Okay, oh yeah, that's true. I just remembered. Now let's go to BTC. Ooh, thanks for reminding me. Ooh, you've been following. Who is this person? Virgin Sound. I see you. Okay, let's go to BTC. And I spent so much time on gold like this. No way. No way. No. If I had remembered that I'm still gonna analyze BTC, I wouldn't have spent so much time analyzing gold. I wouldn't have spent so much time on gold, but it's still my pair anyway, so that's fine. So guys, let's analyze BTC because that's what we're going to be focusing on this week on the trading channel. For those of you who seek to join my trading community, the link is on my bio. The link is on my bio. Okay, guys. Overview. Okay. A quick one. Let me go back to gold. I didn't check 1 hour time frame. Let's quickly check 1 hour time frame on gold. Okay, so from the 1 hour time frame, you can see the gaps, right? So of course, the price is going to come down to close this gap. But I feel it's gonna be a strong sell this week. If there's no strong sell, then there's gonna be a liquidity. Like the market will range this week. So I just wanted to take a look at even the 1 hour time frame. Look at the candle that closed on the 1 hour time frame, full body candle, which shows sellers are strong in the market. Okay, all right. Okay, so like I said, anything can happen this coming week. Trump might give a speech indicating that there's peace. Okay, Trump might give a speech saying there is peace or there is hope for peace, but Iran always comes up. They always come out to deny his allegation, like deny his speech, that he's saying he's not being sincere, he's not being honest. You understand? So currently there's an investigation going on, you know, on a trade that was taken 20 minutes before Trump gave a speech. I think on US oil, one of the stocks or something. Do you understand? As though it was planned. So you see all this back and forth, they're making money off of it. Because they know if he gives a speech, a lot of, like, there'll be an impact in the market to a certain direction. And they're making money off of it. So we, the small traders, you want to trade carefully. You want to be very careful trading it because they know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. They can end the war now if they want to, but they're making money from it. And that's why they're not going to end it anytime soon. So let's continue. Let's go to BTC. Let's go to BTC. Oh, I just passed it now. BTC. So this is BTC. Let's go to the daily time frame. BTC is always open. It doesn't have a closing time like every other pair. It's even right now it's counting. See, it's counting. Guys, do well to tap on your screen for me, please. Thank you. Do well to like the live. Okay, so daily time frame. Let's go to daily time frame. Let's see how. I think I should use a different BTC for this analysis. Let's use a different BTC. I don't want to tamper with my zones. So for this, we're going to use BTC. What? BTC. Let's use BTC crypto. That's trading view. I have too many lines here. Guys. What line is this? Guys. You see these lines? I think this was, no, I don't think, I know. All these plenty lines was when I started trading Forex. Guys. So, they'll teach you this one, teach you that one, teach you this one, teach you that one. You want to go to the chart and start drawing psychological line, start drawing. What is this? No, I'm not in this stage anymore. Let's go to another BTC. I don't start deleting all this now. I could do that off the camera, but let's go to another BTC. I'm literally laughing at myself because I'm no longer in that stage. I'm laughing at what was I thinking? Having all those lines drawn on my chart. Okay, so let's look at BTC Binance. All right, let's see BTC Binance. No, let's look at BTC Bitstamp. Okay, let's work with this. All right, guys, daily time frame. This is a daily time frame of BTC. So this is an overview of the daily time frame on BTC. So from here, if you're on my trading if you're in my trading community, right, and you're prepared to take the BTC trade this week, smile for me. It's gonna be a good week. You have to be positive. Smile for me. I don't want to be too confident anyway. Let's just pray this week the markets, the news, everything favors us though. All right, so when did this move happen? This is new. This is BTC, guys. So this sell happened on Thursday, February 2026. That's Thursday. This move happened in February 2026, and the buy happened also in February 2026, right? Yeah, February. Now the reason why I came down here to spot this sell and buy is because I wanted to know the beginning of this consolidation. So now this is literally showing us that since February to this current date, this is April, the market has been consolidating. The market has been stuck in one spot on BTC. And then it finally had a breakout this Friday, right? Okay. Let's mark that place now. Let me change this color to black. No, black. Okay. All right. So this is BTC. Let me tell you, guys, listen. You see BTC and not maybe other crypto. I say maybe because I don't look at every other crypto pairs. But you see BTC. BTC number 1 is volatile. Number 2 is stable. Number 3 is a sweet pair to trade. So you don't necessarily need to kill yourself trading gold if you're still having losses trading gold. You don't necessarily need to kill yourself trading gold, guys. You don't. You could just focus on BTC, learn it, understand it, and trade. It's a very sweet pair. What share we're trading in this week? Let's see how it goes. So, This is daily time frame, and I see that from February till April, the market has been on one spot, no breakout above, no breakout below, just moving on in one, just in one direction. Okay, okay, noted. Now I want to mark this day. I want to mark, not this day anyway, I just want to draw this line here, telling me, just this shows me a demarcation between last week and this week, although the market is still counting. The market is still counting. This is BTC, it never closes. So the last 4-hour candle, okay, no, I think this is the last 4-hour candle. This is the last 4-hour candle. So the next one that will open from here. The new, and that will be the new week. Okay, so let's just mark out the previous weeks, okay, so that it will be easy for us to backtest it and analyze it together. So this was Monday. That was last week. And then this was Monday. This was Monday. Okay, guys, so coming. Let's not go far. So this was 2 weeks ago, and then this was last week. Now the reason why you need to take note of this is to know how the market moved these weeks, like this past weeks, so you know what to expect the coming week. Let me just mark this third week, this past 3 weeks. Let me just mark it. Do you remember what happened in the market? Coming. Guys, do you remember this week that Trump was dealing with us anyhow with speech? See, this is daily time frame. No good move in the market. As a matter of fact, market consolidated on this week. This was when break even was getting hit back to back, either SL or break even. Then the market managed to have a move, and then yeah, it had a good move this last week. Okay, all right. So see how the market's is still counting. All right, let's read it like this. Let's read this like this. Sellers are in the market. I'm reading from this last 3 candle, from this 3 candle, 1, 2, 3. Whenever I see a formation like this, it tells me sellers are in the market, especially when it happens at the height or at the bottom of a trend. Especially when it happens at the height or at the bottom of a trend. So this tells me sellers are in the market. Let's go to 4-hour time frame. So the daily time frame is to like give you an overview of what has been happening in the market, what is happening in the market. So from this daily time frame, you can see here that the market has been consolidating. All right, you can see here that the market has been consolidating. So now let's go to 4-hour time frame. We're doing a top-down analysis. We just left the daily time frame now. Okay, so this is past 3 weeks. The market wasn't so fair because of the war. It was intense, very, very intense this week on this week. And then the following week, it managed to have good move. As you can see, this was the only good move that happened. The rest of the days it was weakening, consolidating, no good move at all. And then this last week was a very sweet move. As you can see, there's a difference between this and this. See, it was a good move. So all right, this is 4-hour time frame. So what you want to do now is mark out your zones. The market I see has been creating a lot of inefficiencies, or you can say imbalances, or you can say fair value gap, any word you want to use, but don't let any trader blow your head with grammar. Thank you. I'm coming. All right, let me increase it from here. Okay, let's just start from here. So market right now is here. Okay, this is 4-hour time frame on BTC. This is where the market got to before it retraced. And when it retraced, what line is this? Okay, this is our box. Guys, remember this is our box, right? Let me change that color to this color. Do you remember this box, guys? I drew it just a while ago. I had to show you again so you know it. Okay, so now let's go back to the current price. Let's see if we can draw a trend line. I don't really trade trend lines, but let me see if I'll see 3 touches here. Let me lock this. It's really disturbing. That was a low. You want to make sure you touch. Okay. First touch. And then this is another one from here. Touch. Touch. Second touch. Third touch. All right, so trend line. Okay, of course it's an uptrend. I don't trade trend lines. I'm going to delete this. Not that I don't know how to trade trend line, but I don't trust it. I don't trust it because a lot of times gold does not respect it, and I've been so focused on gold, so that's why I'm like, I don't trade trend lines. Gold does not respect it a lot of times. I tried to trade it a couple of times back then. Oh, I lost a lot of money. Currency pairs respect trend lines a lot, but when you gold does what it likes. Sometimes it respects it, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so what you want to do now? Sorry, please, pardon me. There's this song that is playing in my head. What you wanna do tonight? Wanna do tonight? What you wanna? So if I say what you wanna do, it feels like I wanna sing the song. Okay, but let's continue. I'm looking at this move right now. I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, there was a high here. Okay. I'm seeing a structure. I'm seeing an uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So this is the last low. I literally just showed you guys how I look at the market anyway. I literally just showed you how I look at the market. I first of all look at it. And I'm like, okay. All right, make me understand this. And then I see break of structures to the upside. Here. Coming. Here. Break of structure to the upside. Here. 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 So the reason why you always have to take note of your structures is so that you would know when there's a change of character. Okay, and you know there's a change of character when the price, if it's an uptrend, when the price breaks below the previous low. That's when you know there's a change of character, and that gives you a heads up on what to trade in the market, if a sell or a buy. You don't want to take a buy when the trend just changed to a sell. You'll get kicked out. Okay, all right, so this is the last low. This is the last low that created the high. All right, so that being said, it means anything that makes the market break below here, you should be looking for more of sell. This is another low. This is a support. This is a support. Some call this a liquidity. Some call this liquidity. You know, when I learned how to trade, they were calling this place support, resistance. But as time went on, I begin to hear liquidity. Of course, I've heard liquidity before. I begin to hear trade liquidity. Order block, fair value gap. My brain blow. Like, fair value gap, order block. Even when I learned it on YouTube, I was still, was it on YouTube or Instagram? I was still very confused. But I know a lot better now anyway. Right? Okay. To tell you that this box is very valid, look what happened. Price, of course, reacted there, and then it broke out, and then it broke back in, and then it went back up again to test it, right? So this box is locked. It's very valid, meaning anything that makes this market come down here, I said anything that makes it, okay? Anything that makes BTC come down to this to the end is going to also react. Like, it's going to respect it. It's going to react. Even if it breaks, it will come back to retest it. But however, that's not the major, that's not what I want to show you guys. So now I'm looking at BTC now, and the first thing I want to do is to know the structure of the market. Is it an uptrend or a downtrend, or is it a range? So I've spotted that it is a range. So the next thing I want to do is come into I've spotted on the daily time frame that it's a range. The structure of the market from daily time frame, that it is a range. So the next thing I want to do is come down to 4-hour time frame to look at it clearly, because I wouldn't want to wait. I would not want to wait for whenever the price comes down here before I can take a buy, or gets to the next zone before I can take a sell. I want to go deeper to see where I can take, few small trades from, yeah. Okay, so this is 4-hour time frame. You want to mark your zones. On the 4-hour time frame is where you mark your supply and demand zones. On the 1-hour time frame is where you mark your support and resistance zones, okay? And then you execute your trade as a day trader on the 15-minute time frame, or the 10 minutes, or the 5 minutes. I personally would recommend 15 minutes, all right? Because sometimes 5 minutes could trick you. I've lost some money trading 1 minute and 5 minutes, so I don't even go close to it. But sometimes I use 5 minutes to know early when there's going to be a turnaround in the market, especially when the market gets to a zone like this. All right. For those of you tapping on the screen, thank you. Okay, so I have just spotted the previous low that gave birth to this high. So the next thing I want to spot is SMC, where SMC took over the market. And also fair value gap, and also order block, right? So I see here, there are a lot of gaps here. This is pure SMC. 3 big candles to the upside, liquidity, and then a break of structure off that the high that created the liquidity. So what I want to do is to mark that candle that gave birth to all these mysterious move. Not mysterious, that gave birth to all these massive moves. Okay, guys, I'm going to extend it now to the current date. Please, I'm going to give room for questions. To that person who reminded me to analyze BTC, I just want to say thank you again. Thank you. I totally forgot I was supposed to analyze BTC. The time is 7:51. The market will be open in 3 hours. In 3 hours. So what I just did now is identify my order block. That's what I just did now. That's what I just did now. I just identified my order block, the candle that formed before the big moves to the upside. Okay, now I need to change. Is this okay? I'm coming. All right. See, now this is now my zone. This is my zone. All right. So this is my zone. I see liquidity here. I'm going to delete this one, this line here. Instead of that, I'm going to draw money here. Money rested here. Instead of that line, I'll draw this instead. Give me a moment, please. Okay, don't know why it's wasting time. It's network, I guess. Let's continue. Okay, so guys, take note of this place on BTC. 71,000. Let me extend it. Guys, take note. You can mark the zone too. 71,000. Okay. The more I expand it, just if you have your device, this is 4-hour time frame. You can go to the 4-hour time frame and just mark it from there. Okay. Because the more I expand, the more I see 70, 71, 70, 71. All right. Okay, so, as a novice, or I won't say a beginner, but as a novice, back then when I was a novice, I would mark this place as a support zone. This place. Our market has a support zone. I say, okay, anything that makes price break below here is going to, sellers are in the market. And then I'll be expecting it to sell down. But when it sells small and start going up, I'll be like, but why did it go up? Anyway, they told us that a chalk can happen and another chalk can also happen. I said, okay. But now that I know better, instead of saying this is the previous low, of course, is the last low, it's simple to say this is a liquidity. Money rested here. And there is a fair value gap here. And there's an order block here. So meaning anything that makes price gets to this zone. You see the zone here? This is an A setup I just showed you guys. Expect a buy. Strike a buy from here. Only on confirmation. Only on confirmation. Only on confirmation. Only on confirmation. When you strike a buy here, you can target here as your TP. That's 7,467 pips. Target here as your TP. This is for BTC. So guys, this is where price is right now. So anything that makes the market comes down is fundamentals. Okay, it's fundamentals that might push this market down here. Guys, can you see me? Can you hear me? To the left. Can you see me, guys? Can you? No, not see me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see the screen? Sorry, that the phone I was using for the internet went off, but it's currently charging now. It went off. Okay, so we're going to continue. All right, let's continue. Okay, Sanjong, I see you, Sanjong. All right, Henry, I see you, Henry. Okay, guys, so this is BTC still. Let's continue. I'm currently charging the phone right now. I think I need to get another, like maybe one more long code. One more long code. I didn't even know the device was slow. I'm coming. No, the device was slow. I'm coming. Let me go back so I can get your questions whenever you guys ask. I'm coming. Let me set it back. Okay, so this is it, guys. This is an A setup, all right? So take note of this zone on BTC. When price gets there, it's going to buy. So let's keep going down. Let's go down to spot other opportunities, setups in the market, in the chart. So I see another pull up here. Smart money took over when it was here, all right? This is also a liquidity, guys. This is also a liquidity, okay? So anything that makes the market breaks below here, this is the next order block it's coming down to. Remember what I said, guys. An order block is only valid when there is an FVG, okay? An order block is only valid when there is an FVG. Someone say take the phone to the left. I hope you can see it now. I'm coming. Can you see it now? Can you see the screen, guys? Clearly. I trust you can. Okay. Okay, guys, so this is another order block. This is another order block. You want to mark out that zone. Now, I don't, this particular BTC, I don't use it. This is BTC Bitstamp, okay? I'm not saying you should not use it. I'm only saying I'm only using it for the purpose of this analysis, all right? I already have these zones drawn on the BTC market I trade with. But for the sake of the analysis, I had to open a different market, BTC market. Okay, so take note of this one, guys. This one. This is another order block here. Smart money took over the market, right? So this is another order block here. If anything that makes the market disrespect this is where it's coming down to. It's going to respect this one, okay? This is a liquidity. This is a liquidity. Let me see if it's now showing. Let me see. Money rested there. Why can't it? Okay, I think I know what to do. Come in, guys. BTC USD. Strange. They're not even. this USD bit stamp. So let me just mark it from here. It's gonna reflect on the laptop now. All right, there you go. This is what I've been trying to type since. I don't know why the laptop was not responding. Okay, this one just appeared. Okay, so it means money rested here. Okay, money rested here, and this is another valid setup. This one is another valid setup. If this one does not get respected, this one will get respected. This one will get respected. And anything that makes if you enter a trade here, hold it, because it's going to buy long. Okay, it's going to buy long. So let's keep going down. This is still 4-hour time frame. Remember, you're marking your supply and demand. You're marking your supply and demand order block on the 4-hour. You can also mark your order block on the 1 hour. Some people go as far as some people go as low as 15 minutes to mark their order block. Okay, so just know how to mark the right order block. There are some fake order block, but take note of this. A valid order block is when there is an FVG. Okay, a valid order block is when there is an FVG. There are 3 ways to spot an order block. I just told you guys one now. Locked. So now, this is the overall view of the market from February. So from February till April, the market has been moving on one spot. Now you can't say, oh, this market has no structure. This is actually a structure. We have 3 types of structures in the market. We have the uptrend, the downtrend, and the range move. Okay, so this is also a structure. All right, so there are some people that this is their strategy. They wait for market to come up. They know if it gets up, it's going to retrace. They take a sell. They know if it gets to this particular spot, it's going to go up. They take a buy, and so on. They trade. This range structure is some people's strategy. Okay, so let's continue, guys. Let's continue. So you don't want to wait for when the market gets up here or comes down here. How long did it take this market to come up here? The last time it came up here was 17th of March when this move happened. So when did it now come back up here again? Let's check the dates. 14th of April. So you don't want to wait since 17th of March to 14th of April to take a trade. You don't want to wait that long. You want to go in to spot your zones. Now listen, guys, you can as well spot support and resistance zone. You don't necessarily need to trade my strategy, okay? Like now, this is it, guys. This is it. Trading is really not that hard. Just find a strategy and focus on it. The one you easily understand, okay? The one you easily understand, and don't let somebody else use their strategy to confuse you. That was a mistake I was making then. I had what works, but when I go online and I see someone trading a different strategy, I will now want to go and start reviewing, backtesting different pairs on their strategy to see which pair works, which pair respects their strategy a lot, and that was really like delaying me, slowing me down, and so on. So I had to just stop all of that and just focus on what works, because I realized that at the end of the day, you just need a very simple setup, very simple strategy. One simple strategy can fetch you lots of money. All right. So as you can see, this was a resistance zone, and then when market broke above it with this full body candle, what did it do? It came back to test it, making this place a support zone, and then it kept going up. This place is now in a resistance zone. This place is also resistant. This one is also resistance zone. So if the market breaks above a resistance zone, wait for it to come back to retest it, especially when that resistance zone had many touches. Like now, this is a support zone. Support zone. It had many, like 2 touches. I'm seeing 2 touches here. Two touches here, 1 and 2. So therefore, if market should come to this place, it's going to react here. Why? Because it reacted there before. Because it is a resistant turned support. Resistance turned support. Resistance now support. Do you get? So meaning this zone, this is a zone, and it's an important zone. Do you get? But some people that call themselves ICT, SMC, whatever it is they call themselves, I'm actually an SMC trader anyway. We say, no, this is liquidity. Money is resting here. This is an order block. This is FVG. You get? But when I started learning how to trade, when I started this trading journey, I only knew support and resistance. You wait for market to break above the support, or break above the resistance, or break below the support. Then you wait for a retest and enter. But let me tell you guys something. If you can be able to spot all the blocks, support, basically all the blocks and liquidities like this, you'll be good. Even if it's resistance zone, you're spotting all support zones. But it's kind of risky though. Let me show you why it's risky. Let me show you why support and resistance is risky. Let me show you. Let me just show you now. Let me show you. I'm coming. Let me see. Okay. Not really risky. Okay, as you can see here, was a support level. Touch 1, touch 2. There are even many supports there, safe. Okay, but let's use this one. Let me start from here and then we go forward. This was a support level. It had 2 touches. What happened? Market now broke below. Did it go back to retest it? Let's find out. Wait. First of all, look at this. Just look at all this place. Market has been reacting around this place, right? Let me just mark that place. Let me just mark that place first. Let me just mark it. Let me not just use my mouth and talk it. Let me just mark it. Let me show you why I say it's risky. Trading support and resistance in today's markets. So market reacted here, market reacted there, market reacted there. So as I'm seeing these touches, sorry. I'm coming. I hope you can see it now. I hope you can see clearly now. So market reacted here, market reacted here, reacted here, reacted here. So let's assume this move didn't happen. Let's assume this move did not happen. What would I want to do? I'll first of all mark, because see, market got there retraced, market got here retraced, market got here retraced, you know. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to enter a buy trade when it gets here again, or maybe wait for a breakout. What happened? Of course, market broke out. It broke out here. Okay, I'm going to wait for the market to go back to retest before I enter. It did retest, creating a candlestick formation for a sell at that zone. Of course, I would have taken a sell trade from here, because I can't just take sell trade on just weeks. I need a short confirmation for a sell trade. I would have taken a sell trade from here. Keep this place as my this is 4 hour. Okay, this is 4. I thought that's what. God, look at the SL is 1,002. I said, what is this? This SL is 1,200. I'm coming. Let me increase it. Let me change the color to white. Are you seeing? The SL is 1,000. No. But you understand what I'm saying? Maybe on the. I'm coming. Let me see. Well, it would have still been a good move though. Good move. Because if you go to a smaller time frame to look at this clearly, perhaps on a smaller time frame, there would have been a clear confirmation early enough on a smaller time frame for a sell before the sell happened, and then you'd have gotten a good move. But looking at the 4 hour time frame, okay, see, after breaking a very strong support zone, normally as it broke, just look at this. This is just what I was trying to explain. As it break a strong support like this, normally like this, it's supposed to maybe come to retest it and start going long, because it just broke a strong support. So it's supposed to retest and start moving this long But look what happened. He played around there. He went to retest, came back, retest, came back, even went up. You're looking to trade support and resistance. Now broke above. You see this? What is it now going to look for here? What is he looking for here? And then it came back down. Still we're selling. So that's why it's risky. Okay, let's just keep looking. Let's just keep looking. Let's look for another example. Let's look for another example. Guys, just give me a few seconds. Let me get the other charger. Okay, let me get the other charger to charge this other device. All right, I'm back. Also, some pairs does not respect support and resistance. I'm not even gonna lie about that. Some pairs don't respect support and resistance. You can mark your support and resistance now. Let me show you an illustration, because as if I don't want to waste time looking for an example to show you guys. Let me show you guys an illustration, a clean illustration. Let me use this, please. So you see the market moving like this. Market move like this, okay? Moves like this. It got here, retraced, move to the upside. It came back down again to the same zone, to the same place. Let's say it broke it a little bit, and then it retraced to the upside. Tested there again, now went up, because the market does not move in a straight line anyway. So like that, like that, like that, like that. Came back again, tested, went up. So what you want to do is mark that place, because like market has been reacting here all the time. Whenever I get here, it reacts here, it goes back up. Okay, I'm going to mark that place as... Guys, can you hear me? Can you guys see me? No, not see me. Can you guys hear me? Let me connect to this other internet. Can you hear me, guys? Let me connect to the other internet. Hold on, let me connect. Since you can hear me, let's continue. Okay, so let's continue since everyone can hear me. Okay, so what you want to do now is mark this place. This is how you know support, how you know resistance. The place where price gets to and retrace. It got here, it went up. It got there again, it went up. It didn't even go up well. It came down again. So that's it. It went up. Like, as if there's something here that it's scared of. Do you understand? As if there's something here that it's scared of. It went up. It came back again to the zone. It went up to the same place. It went up. It did not break. So you want to mark that place as your support zone. Okay. Now let's look at this. So when market now breaks below here, now what just happened? I'm coming. What happened? Okay. Let me delete this. This one went south. So now, how many touches? 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. So when you see a place where the market is overreacting, market is reacting like up to 3 times or 4 times, it's reacting there, even up to 6 times, depending on the pair, is finding it difficult to break below or break above. And then so far it has up to 4 touches or 3 touches. You could enter on the 4th touch, but don't try to enter on the 5th touch, because on the 5th touch might be the breakout. The 3rd touch is a confirmation that that's a valid zone. So if it comes back there, you can enter for a buy, just like here. You saw that it reacted here, it reacted here, it reacted here. On the 4th time, the 3rd one makes that place a valid place. So on the 4th time, you want to take a buy trade from there. Okay? You want to take a buy trade from there. And then the 5th touch, don't try to take a trade from there because it might be a breakout. But not the same for some other currency pairs. Some other currency pairs, you can have up to 6 touches, but not for gold, not for BTC, no, not for gold, not for gold, and sometimes not for BTC. So, seeing a place that has multiple touches like this, anything that makes market breaks that zone, it comes back to test it, making that place automatically a new resistance zone, because it was previously a support zone and now it broke it, and then it came back there to test it. It will always come back to test it. It will always come back to test it. It comes there to test it. You want to go to a smaller time frame to wait for a clear confirmation to take a sell trade. If you don't see that confirmation, don't take the trade. But if you see, I'm coming. Can you guys see me over here? No, not see me. Can you guys hear me? I'm coming. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. All right, so let's continue. Okay, Sazi, I see you. So the market broke. Please, there's a reason why I made this illustration. Just follow, you're going to see why. The market broke and then it came back to retest. Now, this is now why I'm making this illustration. If you see something like this, it means that market will sell long. It will sell long. That's what it means. Why? Because I'm coming. Oh, what's going on? That's what it means. See, because it reacted here many times. It reacted here many times and then finally broke. It will sell long. Do you get? It was scared to break before many times and then eventually broke. And then you want to wait for it to retest and give a confirmation for a continuation. And then if you enter for that sell or buy, it will sell long. And that was what I was expecting here. But this is not even why I'm making this video. Let me give the actual illustration. Now, let me give the actual illustration of why I said support and resistance is risky. It's risky. Okay. So this illustration I was actually supposed to draw. You draw here. Okay, sorry. Let's say the market moved this way, creating a support zone, right? Create a support zone around here. So you mark your zone. Oh, what did I just do? You mark this place as your support zone. Mark this place as your support zone. Right? Then market now breaks it. This is where the trick comes in now. Market now breaks it. Now, normally, we're expecting price to just come here and touch there and retrace. But guess what's going to happen? It will go in deeper. Have you guys not seen situations like this before? Have you not seen moves like this before? Come to this zone and start selling, please. Instead, it will come to the zone and go in deeper and be around there. Going deeper and now sell. This is a trap. This is a trap. That's why they would never advise you to trade support and resistance. If anyone tells you trade support and resistance, then nah, that person is still learning Forex. That's why, like, good traders would never tell you trade support and resistance. But there are some pairs that support and resistance. There are some pairs that respect support and resistance well. Do you get? Now, in a move like this, let me take this back. In a move like this, a situation like this, right? In a situation like this, okay, thank you. Daniel, I see you. So in a situation like this, some would say liquidity sweep. But this is not what I call liquidity sweep. Or maybe when the price now goes above here, just goes above there, or maybe above here like this, and now come back down to sell. From here, it just comes down, starts selling. No, let's say here, now comes back, start selling. They could see, please, I don't mean to confuse you guys, okay? I'm just saying that in this current era, there was actually an era that support and resistance worked, okay? There was a time support and resistance worked. But right now, this is the time. This is not like this time now is a different thing that is working. No, like if you're trying to trade support and resistance, there are some pairs that respect it clean, while there are some pairs that don't respect it. It will break above. Okay, this is a resistance zone because I see that price has been reacting here. Okay, I see that price has been reacting here. Let's see if price ever broke there and if it ever retested. First of all, let me mark that place as a resistance zone and extend it so I can see how price reacted when it got there. I'm going to mark that place now. I'm going to mark it and extend it and see what happened later. Okay, so I see this place. I see this place. Price got there, reacted. It was finding it very difficult to break here. So I decided to mark this place as my resistance zone. So as a novice trader, I'll be okay. I see my resistance zone here because of many reactions there. Okay. When price comes there again, the fourth time I'm going to take a sell. Or if price should break above here, I'm going to wait for a retest. Or I might even enter from here to the upside. Or let me wait for a retest. I'll just wait for a retest here and then enter buy. That's what I will now be waiting for price to break above. Maybe when price got here, this place, I'll now be waiting for price to break above there. Okay, let's see what happened. What later happened? Price got there, reacted again. Of course, I would have taken a sell trade there. If I was smart, I would have taken a sell trade here because we already have touch 1, 2, 3. Even a fourth touch. There's a fourth touch here, safe. Now this is another touch. See, this is another touch. I would have want to take a sell here. Okay. Or maybe I missed it because I'm waiting for price to break above and retest. Okay, fine. Price finally broke above. See, we're talking about support and resistance. Price now finally broke above that zone, our zone. A full body candle broke above. No problem. See, it retraced here and then it's back to the upside. Will I take a buy here? I might. But if I want to consider my SL, I may not. Or maybe I might take a buy here. If we go to 15-minute time frame, which I don't want to, perhaps this move would have been a lot cleaner than just this spike. But let's just say, okay, it broke out, it now retested. I would have taken a buy trade here. Did it move long? No, it did not. What happened? It still broke down. It broke down and went saga. See? So guys, this is not the era of support and resistance anymore. The era of support and resistance was years ago. So it's not even reliable. Honestly, it's not reliable. So what you want to look out for is other stuff. Just like this now. See the way price has been reacting here. Like this actually is a resistance, but this is the overall. You want to mark the beginning and the end of the box, like this place. Price has not broken above here and finally broke above here, and you want to enter from here because it broke above there. There are some people, traders, that are teaching people support and resistance to trade support and resistance. Guys, listen, support and resistance works, but there are some pairs it works, there are some pairs it does not work on. That's just what you need to know. There are some pairs support and resistance work well. There are some pairs it does not work well on. So just know the pair which respects support and resistance, okay? And then you'll be good. I don't trade support and resistance. I don't even know why I got into that conversation. So this is BTC, and we already we spotted that this is an uptrend. Okay, so the overall structure of the market is an uptrend. Okay, and then from this uptrend now, you want to, okay, like I said, this is the current candle. The market is still reading because BTC does not sleep. Okay, it works 24 hours. So this candle, this green candle, this doji was formed in this, on the same place the market has been reacting on. So you don't want to take a sell from just that doji. It's not, seeing a doji in the candle does not entirely tell you that, oh, sellers are in or the structure is about to change. You want to wait for the next candle to close first beside it to tell you who is in the market. So this is 4-hour time frame, and if in 34 minutes, this candle close off as a sell, it means sellers are in them. Is another confirmation that sellers are in this market. If at the end of 31 minutes, this candle closes off as sell, it means sellers are the ones in this market. Okay, it means sellers are the ones in this market. And then what you want to do is wait for price to get to this zone. There's an order block here. All right, there's an order block here. This is an order block, my zone. You want to wait for price to get there before you take a buy. But if the market should break below this zone, you want to target this next zone. You see this fair value gap? You see this candle that formed before the spike happened? Is a very important place to take note of in the market. Okay, so you want to mark that place and wait for price to get there, just like this. Set your position and wait for price to get there. Okay, but this move may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen next tomorrow. Okay, it may not happen tomorrow. It may not happen next tomorrow. It may happen tomorrow, just depending on the fundamental, news. It's only news that can push this market crazily now to the downside. Okay, so if market should break above here, where would it go to? Now, that's where you now want to look further. You want to look, this is still 4-hour. You want to look further for any possible zone. Is there any zone at all? Okay, I don't see any other zone. No, I don't. I don't see no other zone. But however, I still have a box where the market is dancing in. So if the market should break below this zone and it keeps coming down, this is where I'll be waiting. Not that I'll take a buy trade from here. No, I won't. I won't take a buy trade from here. Because market might just weak it and enter back in. I'll just observe to see what the market does when it gets here. That's all. I'll just observe to see what the market does when it gets here. And if it forms a candle formation, right? If it forms some candlestick that shows a reversal, I could take a buy trade from there. Because as a matter of fact, this is a very important place. This is liquidity. This is liquidity. This is where the market got to before and reacted. So if it ever gets there, it's going to react or maybe sweep it before it goes back up. So until then, like this move may happen next month. So we want to look out for trades within here. Now, are you seeing this 4-hour time frame? The overall tells us uptrend, and we've spotted our zones. Now let's go to 1 hour. Let's enter 1 hour. This is BTC, okay? This is a 1 hour time frame. Okay. As you can see here, this is liquidity. Money rested here. Money rested here. Money rested here. So I already marked out that place and I already marked out my order block. So how I put it? The 1 hour time frame only shows you the current market situation. Okay? Only shows you the current market situation. And sometimes you can also spot your FVG. You can also spot your FVG on the 1 hour time frame. I'm trying to spot one here. I don't see any fair value gap around here. As a matter of fact, every spaces were covered up, were filled. Okay, this has not been mitigated yet. Okay, this is 1 hour time frame. There's no other order block aside from this ones that has not been closed yet. This fair value gap that has not been closed yet. So right now, when price gets here, I hope to take a buy when price gets here. And I also hope to take a buy when price gets here. All right. This is 1 hour. And then when price is close or price is in my box, that's when I will now go to 15 minutes or 10 minutes or 5 minutes to take to look for a setup for an entry, like confirmation for an entry. If you have your system with you, right, this is 1 hour. So just watch out for this retrace, this spot. Are you seeing the price? You can watch out for that spot. Are you seeing the price? Take note of the price. That's the zone, 70,800. Now, the reason why I always say come with your system, like work with me with your system, as I'm drawing my zones, you're also drawing yours, is because, see, as I increase the price, as I increase it, the prices change. So if I tell you 70, in fact, if I can't even give you an actual price, because it may not really be the, like this one now. Let me, if I expand it, the prices will be shifting. Okay, yeah, okay. This one, the last zone is 660, around 68,600, around 68,600 to 67,650. Then this other zone is around 70. Is really it's moving. It's around 71,000, 70,900. So that's the end. That's the end. If you have any question, please, you can drop it in the comment. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the comments, guys. There are different strategies in the market. Like I said, what you understand may just be a very simple thing, but somebody else has a name they give it. Breaker block, order block, this, that, inefficiency, imbalances, uncertainty, this is that. Just whatever name you want to call it. Okay? Just understand it for yourself and treat it. If you have any questions, please just drop the question in the comment. I'm currently in the comments now. The next time, for those of you who are just joining the live stream for the first time, we usually go live to analyze gold and backtest gold every Sunday by 6 p.m. Okay, I dropped the link on the channel, the Telegram channel. Okay. Question. This girl so smart. So you'd wait for 2 years, Kwa. What do you mean by wait for 2 years? Move your camera, you can't see clearly. What's going on? Oh God, that's the yearly time frame. What's the yearly time frame? Are you sure you're seeing my chart well? I guess if market didn't obey, okay. How do we know not to enter? By formations. The candle tells everything. Some people, listen guys, anybody that tells you don't trade candlesticks, kiniko, that's because they don't know how to read it. A person who can read candlesticks well will never tell you not to trade candlestick. Now, there's a difference between trading candlesticks and looking out for a certain candlestick on a zone. For instance, now, price got to this place here, of which I know that price has been ranging on BTC. It now got here. And then I see a full body candle close above this place, and you tell me I won't buy. I'm going to enter for a buy. Because if it was going to sell, a full body candle would, look at the way it closed. A full body candle will not close above that line. It's just going to wick like this. You see, it wicked. It gave the red candle, which shows sellers are in, but that was a trick. That was a trap. And then full body candle on a 1 hour time frame closed above where was difficult to close above before. What did I just do? Okay, I'd have taken a buy. And okay, let's see here. And then the market came down here, reacted there. Okay, I'm looking at this. I don't know what the market is doing here. Let's assume all this move didn't happen. I'm looking at these dojis, these plenty moves. I don't know what the market is doing there. So I want to wait. That's because I know how to read candlesticks. So I want to wait for a clear structure before I can enter. And then I see this candle close here, right? And then I see this close here. I would have entered for a sell. Because why did you come back into the box? First of all, see a breakout here. And then it came back there. it did not liquidate and go back up. It liquidated and started dropping down. So I would have taken a sell trade here. It's easy for me to say these things and do it, right? It's easy for me to say these things and do it because I have seen it happen a lot of times. How? Backtesting. Backtesting. I've been backtesting. I backtest literally every day. Every day. See. So see, it broke in to back into the box. What did it do again? It went back up. Seeing this candlestick formation on the line, I would have taken a sell trade. But I don't trade on Sundays. I don't trade on Saturdays. I should be resting then because, man, trading Monday to Friday is like you're in a battlefield. So on Saturday and Sunday, you really want to rest your brain and prepare your brain and mind for the next week battle. Because it's not easy. Entering trade, market delaying, market tricking you as if it wants to go against you. Messing with your emotions and mind. That's battle. That tension is real. You know, so I would have, if I had seen, no, I wouldn't have taken it. Like, I see, discipline, guys, discipline. If it's not your setup, don't trade it. If it's not your trading hour, don't take it. If it's not your trading time, don't take it. Don't say, oh, because I see it. Well, you can. If you know what you're doing, though, you can. But if it goes against you, how would you feel? Would you regret entering that trade? Would you feel bad for entering a trade that you were not supposed to take? So what I'm trying to say in essence is, in order to build up your discipline and psychology, only take trades that are your setup. Only trade on your trading hours. That's it. If you see anything outside that, don't take it. Gradually, do it like that, consistently and gradually, till your psychology is built very strong. So you can mark this candle formation or just draw it somewhere. Take note of it. This is how I was able to know some candles that form when it's about to change. So I just told you guys now, you can take note of that one. But I'm not literally encouraging you guys to trade candlesticks. But if you know how to read candlesticks, you would be very... See, that's your... I think, let me say you'll be 60% ahead of every other trader, if you know how to read candlesticks. Because even when you you enter sell here, some person will be like, why is she entering sell here? Why is she taking a sell here? Why is she taking a buy here? They will not know you. They will not know what you know. They will know what you know. Even after this live, right? As I'm ending this live, I'm going back to backtest again. See, let me show you. Let me show you something. I already backtested. You see this? I already backtested last night and early this morning. And I'm still going to backtest. I wrote down everything. You see what I wrote down here, right? I already have them on my notepad. And I already have them on this book. I already have them on this book. Sorry, this book. It's a big book anyway. But I still wrote something down. Something else. Like, even though I know it, even though you know it, backtests again. No more. Right. Don't just backtest and cram things in your head. There are a lot of things, activities you get involved in every day. You would forget. Okay, so write things down. Write down what you observe in the market when you backtest. Even though you already wrote it down before, write it again. Like that. So sorry. So, new question. What are your trading hours? I trade New York. That's my trading hour. Trading is not easy. Yeah, it's a battle. Trading is a battle. It's a battlefield. If you don't backtest over the weekend, trust me, you lose that week. Any weekend I don't backtest, during that week, I always feel unprepared. Because trading trading is spiritual. It's a battlefield. So you have to prepare yourself during the weekend. That's why I decided to be doing this live analysis every Sunday with you guys. Not just to, because as a trader, you need like a community of trade, like traders community where you can join, like someone to motivate you. You understand? You need someone to just keep your mind in the game. Otherwise, your losses alone can discourage you out of the market. You can just feel tired, trading is not for me. Just so you need that community to stay connected, to keep trading, to believe in yourself, to still have hope. And that's one of the reasons for this live stream. This one is saying, let's see your account balance. You think I'm one of those traders that show my profits, show my account balance to validate I'm a good trader? I don't. I'm not. I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm sorry. If I need to show you my account balance to show you or prove that I'm a good trader, then I don't believe in myself. It means I have a low self-esteem. So I don't need to do that. You can join my Telegram community to take my trade. Traders would like to show you their profit, account balance. You guys don't know those things are not real. Those things are to lure you to pay for mentorship, are to lure you to collect money from you. Can we flip accounts maybe 4 months? I don't know anything about flipping accounts. I just know good trading. That's it. I only know good trading. And what's my definition of good trading? Taking trades on my setup. 1 trade or 2 trades a day and done. Anything flipping to, I really don't do that. And the profit I make that day, I take it, I use it, I get out. Come back again the following day. Thank you. Showing account balance, you can't see, I can show you fake account balance like this, and you think it's real, but you don't know it's demo. Guys, see, traders, if you're a trader and you still have that mindset that a trader must show you their account balance, you're behind. You're far behind. You're far behind. And trading is not traders against traders, traders versus traders. It's traders, you versus the market. So, recently I was thinking about it. I'm like, why do people like to compare traders? Who is the best trader? Are you serious? Why did you even start trading in the first place? Because if you have a very good reason why you started trading, you will not have time to want to be analyzing and comparing different traders to know who is the best or not. You would not even have that time. When I'm supposed to be backtesting, analyzing, studying the market to know better, I'm looking for which trader is the best, which trader has the biggest account. Are you serious? Is that gonna feed me? Is that gonna buy me my dream house? Please focus on your lane, guys. Everybody have different reasons why they started trading. Always remember why you started trading. That was what will keep you long in the game. That's what's going to keep you long in the game. Someone says, thanks, you've answered 2 questions from me. Please, I'm still confused about backtesting. Can you explain more on backtesting? Okay, so this is how backtesting works, right? You get a strategy, all right? You get a strategy. Then you go to the market, backdates. Let's say you can go as back as 1 year ago, 2 years ago, if you're a paid subscriber on TradingView, all right? Can go as far back as 2 years ago, 1 year ago, to start checking how the market reacted on that strategy. Let's say maybe fair value gap is your strategy, support or resistance is your strategy. You want to now go back in time. Go back in time and spot that areas. Mark that areas. Watch out for how price reacted there. If you're a paid subscriber, you want to do a replay to see how the way the candles formed when it broke, when it came to retest. You want to take note of these things. Take note of the price movement. Take note of the reactions on that zone. So that's how backtesting works. It's about you first of all have the strategy. Then you go back in time to observe the market, check the market only on that strategy to see how it played out, okay? I'm taking questions on YouTube. Though. There is no sound. Now, I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Someone says there's no sound, they can't hear me. Guys, can you hear me? Check my network. Sazi says he can hear me. Minzo says he can hear me. Yeah, people can hear me. Yeah, please explain liquidity. I'm rounding off. I really can't do that now. But let me do that. Let me just do that in summary. Let me just do a summary of what liquidity is. Let me just do a summary of what liquidity is. Okay. Let me see. Liquidity can mean different things, okay? If you've been joining my live, then I've been explaining what liquidity is. Like this now, this is an equal top. This is liquidity. This is an equal high. This is liquidity. This is liquidity. See, there were no movement. Market just moving in one spot. This is liquidity. Chalky, moving in a chalky way. That's liquidity. Okay, this is another example. You see this is another example, a very good example. Equal bottom. This is an equal bottom. I'm coming. So this is an equal bottom. This is liquidity. Okay, liquidity means an area where money is resting. You see moving in chalky move, you know, in the same spot. And then there are different types of liquidity. I just told you like two. Where you see an equal bottom or equal top, that's liquidity. Where you see price moving in the same spot, chalky move, like small move in the same spot is liquidity. This is also a liquidity. So I've just explained what the liquidity is. Next question, guys. Thank you. Now I can hear you. Liquidity like consolidation, yes. Consolidation, liquidity, just when you see it in the market, just know that's where price is resting. Okay, that's where price is resting. Someone says, thanks, I gained a lot. You're welcome. Please just remember, some people are just playing in this industry, so don't forget them. Some people are just playing, so forget them. Don't see, guys, let me tell you something. I know a novice, a beginner, and a trader who is even maybe not a beginner, but is behind, struggling. I know them by the things they say. Like that person that said, show me your account balance. Are you serious? As what? I should show you my account balance as what? You think a person who does not have the skill, who don't know how to trade, will go live to do live analysis? Will go live to tell you, guys, I'm taking to buy a trade here. When price gets here, it's going to react here. And exactly, price gets there and reacts that same way? You think a person who does not know how to trade can do all of that? You think if I didn't have the skill, I'll be doing live analysis? I won't do it. I'll be ashamed. I'll first of all tell myself, I'm going to learn first. Go and learn it for yourself first. I want to learn it for myself before I come up to do all of this. So again, I won't even go to someone's live stream and say, show me your account balance. Ask intelligent questions like, how long did it take you to be profitable? Your questions like that. You're curious. I do ask, but then I do ask these questions because I want to give myself hope. So as a trader, ask intelligent questions that will profit you, that will benefit your growth. How long did it take? How long have you been trading? How long did it take for you, before you start seeing profits? Then another intelligent question like, what advice would you give to people who are just starting? What advice would you give to other traders? Ask good questions, not silly questions as if you're a dumb person. Like, are you serious? If I show you my account balance, will I give you from it? So why do you care? Why do traders care? Like, if like the way the comparison is crazy, man. Like, do you even know why you started trading? Because if you do, you will not want to be comparing trader to trader. I see that a lot on it. Like, this person is better, my top best 5 trade. Are you? These people are content creators. Any trader you see comparing any trader, anybody that claims to be a trader, doing top 5 best trader or comparing any trader, just know these people are not profitable. They are not profitable traders, and they are Forex content creators. Because a profitable trader, real traders don't do that. Real traders focus on making money. A real trader focus on making money. They don't focus on trying to know who is the best trader. They don't focus on comparing trader to trader. Do you understand? Do you understand? A real trader don't have that time. When you are making good money, there's a kind of money you make. A lot of things will be so irrelevant to you. You will not even want to do them. There will be a waste of time to you. Your level will change. You will not even be talking too much. You won't talk too much because money will make you mature. So that's why I tell you I've seen money. Okay, I've seen money. I was making money before I started trading. So I didn't start trading because I was broke and needed money. No, I had a lot of money saved before I started trading. And my reason for starting trading, right, is because I wanted an easy way to make money without stress. That's why I started trading Forex. Not because I needed money. I had the money, which Forex took from me, of which I've gotten my money back, right? But I just got on it because I needed easy ways without stress to make money clean. Because I saw someone make $4 million in a day. So I'm like, wow. And this is me spending 8 hours to make $2,000, $3,000. You get me? $1,000 in 8 hours, 7 hours on what I was doing before. You get? So I needed just another means of making money that won't stress me. That's why I started Forex trading. So that's why I can tell you that I know a beginner trader, a novice trader, and a mature real trader by their speech. By their speech. I'm still taking questions. You will learn the hard way. See, let me tell you something, guys. First of all, it's not every trader you need to answer. It's not every trader you need to answer to. You know why? Because the people you started trading with today, even the people that started trading before you, right? Your journey is not the same. Many of them will drop off and you will continue. That's why you should not answer any trader that makes you feel a certain kind of way. Do you get? This is Forex, not futures. What do you do around liquidity zones? You wait. Never trade liquidity zone. Never trade in liquidity, even though you'll be stuck. There are times I take trade, and that's when liquidity wants to start, and I get stuck there in the market. So what you do around liquidity is to wait for price to break out of that liquidity before you take a trade. What's the minimum amount to start trading gold? Well, there's actually no minimum amount, but of course you would need like maybe $50. I would never say $20 because small move can wipe your account, especially when there's volatility. So $50 or $100, but you need to have that skill. You need to know how to trade gold. Even if you have so much money in your account, if you don't have the skill and patience and discipline, you will lose that money. And if you lose that money, it's not the market, it's your lack of discipline. Some traders, funds is not the problem. Funds is not their problem because even though they have the money and they go back in, they will still lose it. Why? Lack of knowledge, lack of discipline. How long does it take to master all that market structure and everything? Market structure is not hard to it's not hard to master. These are intelligent questions though. You get not asking nonsense questions. Like some questions just makes me, it's just too funny that I don't know. I'm just thinking, what's that person like? How is that? What's going on in their brain? Because for you to ask some certain questions that are so funny and irrelevant, it's the matter of your mind. It means your mind is messed up. Your mind has been brainwashed wrongly. So for that person who asks that question, so you want to spot market structure is not hard. As you can learn market structure like in a second. And this is how you learn market structure. This is an uptrend. There are 3 types of market structures. This is an uptrend. This is a range. This is a downtrend. Okay? This is a downtrend. This is a range. And this is an uptrend. If you've been joining my live stream long before now, you remember what I told you guys to spot. You remember what I told you guys to always look out for, that indicates that the trend is about to change. if you've been joining my live stream consistently, then you remember what I told you guys. Guys, if the trend is about to change, if it was a downtrend and the trend is about to change, this is what's going to happen. If it was a buy trend and the trend is about to change, this is what is going to happen before it changes. When you see this thing happen, then know the trend is about to change. I mentioned it on one of the live stream. So I literally just told you what a market structure is. Who is this person? This is Kabale. Kabale, are you here? Are you still here? Let me go to 4 hours. Let's go to 4 hours. Let me show you something else there. So this is 4 hour now, right? So this is a downtrend, a market structure downtrend. This is a range, another market structure. This is also a range. This is a downtrend. Then this is an uptrend. This is BTC. This is an uptrend. Do you understand now? That's market structure. That's all you need to know about market structure. What do you do? I think I've answered that before. Please, I don't understand these time frames. How much is your class? My class? Class? Okay, it's just VIP coaching. That's what I do for now. But wait, just hang on. By Friday, not before Friday, I'm going to be announcing a general, I'm going to make my final decision and I'm going to announce for a general mentorship. But right now, I only take one-on-one mentorship. So because I've had people asking based on popular demand, I'd say that's the reason why I want to, I'm my previous live session, a lot of persons were really pleading for a mentorship class. So that was when I thought of, not the last one, the last one and the one before the last one. And that was what made me start considering hosting a general mentorship class. So by this coming Friday, I'm going to make the final decision, okay? And I'm going to post it on the Telegram channel. So when I make the final decision, I'm going to announce it on the channel and I'm going to give the price for it. You don't understand time frames. That's another course on its own. How much is it? Okay. What's your takeoff indicate? What's your take off indicators use? I don't use indicators. The only indicator I use is session break indicator. Yes, so God bless you real good. You're amazing. At least you are doing it free and information is knowledge. Keep the good work. You're welcome. That's coming from Bishop Mayo. Okay. How much is, okay, I already answered that. For me, $300 gave me a good start when trading gold. I was able to risk little while still seeing a good amount of profit. So that's good. That's good. Sheldon, I see you. Doge to the moon. How much is your, oh, this person has been asking over and over again. What's your entry model? Candlestick formations. How much is your, Michael, I've answered you. And lot size and discipline matters. Yeah. Lot size depends on the amount of, lot size depends on your capital size. Okay. Then discipline, of course, you need that. Very important. Very, very important. No be lie. What do you do? I think I already answered that. Michael has been asking this one question over and over again. I've answered you, Michael. After analysis and confirmation, what conditions do you look out for before making an entry? After analysis and confirmation, what conditions do you look out for before making an entry? After backtesting and analyzing the market, I go to the smaller time frame to take my entry when I see a confirmation. Okay, my confirmation is candlesticks formation. That's my entry model, candlestick formation on a smaller time frame. And I see some traders kicking against it, telling you don't look at candlesticks. Guys, please do what works for you. They know what works for them. And I want to tell you that some traders intentionally say false things just to keep you stuck, just to confuse you the more, because they don't want to see you progress. They don't want to see other traders make it. So they don't mind going online to spread false news. Can you explain the time frames for me? I don't know how to explain time frame. Other than I did that. I told you guys. No, when I say I don't know how to explain time frame, I mean in the context which I think you mean, right? But the best way I can explain time frame is of which I have been saying since. I've been saying it out since from when I started analyzing gold before we entered BTC. On the higher time frame, 4 hour time frame, you spot your supply and demand. On the 1 hour time frame, you spot your uh, s- on the 4 hour time frame, you spot your supply and demand. On the 1 hour time frame, you spot your support and resistance. Okay, now the 4 hour time frame is to show you the structure of the market, if it's an uptrend or a downtrend or a range. Then the 1 hour time frame is to show you the current trend of the market, the current trend of the market. The 4 hour is just to show you the overall structure. Then the 1 hour is to show you the current trend. Okay, like for instance, now this is the overall, this is 4 hour time frame. Okay, this is the overall structure of the market. Now if you go to 1 hour time frame, now if you go to 1 hour time frame, let's go to 1 hour time frame. Sure, you've seen the overall structure of this market on the 4 hour. Now this is 1 hour time frame. What is the current trend? The current trend is downtrend. The current trend is downtrend. Okay, then you mark, as long as you've marked your zones, like you can, from this 1 hour time frame, you can say this is your support level. Okay, so you now go to 15 minutes. You wait for price to get there. Wait for confirmation. Whatever you want to use as your confirmation, you just wait for your confirmation, and then you enter for a buy or sell depending on what it is you saw. Do you understand now? That's the best way I can explain time frames. All right, of which I've been saying it. So, can you explain time frames for me? I'm like, okay, I already answered that. My network was bad, so I didn't hear. Please. Okay, no problem, Michael. Okay, Michael, the class. Oh shit. Michael, just hold on. By Friday, I'm going to make my final decision and I'm going to post it on the group, okay? If I'm going to host a general mentorship class, I'll decide that by Friday and I'll post it on my channel, okay? And I'm going to announce the fee. Then the class will hold by May. So right now, let's focus on trading BTC this week. What type of candlesticks? What's your view on BTC, leveraging and fundamental and technical approaches? My view on BTC, this coming from Ayoba. Okay. My view on BTC, leveraging on fundamental and technical. Are you just joining? I already explained all these things. I already explained these things in the beginning. Now you want to take us back. I already explained what we should look out for this week. Like this week now, right? Sellers are the fundamental news, right? Shows that the war is still on. That's the fundamental news right now. The war between US and Iran is still on. So right now, how to relate it to the markets is because of that war, BTC is going to dump, gold is going to dump, US oil is going to spike because they have blocked the Strait of Hormuz. So as they've blocked it, there's going to be a limited supply and there's going to be a high demand. High demand, low supply. That's a spike, a buy for oil. And that's a sell for BTC, a sell for gold. Do you understand? Because US oil and gold move opposites. If US oil is selling, BTC gold is going to buy. If US oil is buying, BTC gold is going to sell. So they both move opposite direction. Okay? Remember, we are trading gold against the US dollar. We're trading BTC against the US dollar. That's why you see this BTC USD. You see this BTC USD. BTC USD. We're trading one against the other. So if the Strait of Hormuz in Iran is closed, there's going to be high in demand but low supply, and that means the price of oil is going to skyrocket because there is a high demand. So people will increase their price to make more profits because they know that there's no smooth supply. They've blocked the means of supply. So the ones they have to increase price. Do you understand? So that means oil, any USD pair, USD is going to buy. And then all these pairs will dump. So that's my fundamental analysis and, leverage on BTC. Okay? For now is not the time to trade Now is not the time to trade technical, because there's a tendency that when price gets here, it may not be respected. It may not respect the zone. It may break down. It may not even respect the zone. There are chances like that because of fundamental. But we are only hoping that if it does not respect this one, it will respect this one. Or it may even respect this one. So the news, we'll be looking out for news on Monday. What time frame? What? Please, ma'am, can you demonstrate it live for us to have a feel of it? What do you mean by demonstrate? What should I demonstrate? What should I demonstrate, please? Check a bio. All right, thank you. The time frame you use, what trade is it called? What do you mean? The time frame I use, what trade is it called? I don't know. I'm not sure I get your questions. I'm not sure I understand that question. You make everything seem so simple. I would like to learn from you. Michael, yeah, I've said it over and over again. On Friday, I'm going to make my final decision if I'm going to be hosting a general class or not. Mentorship is not easy. I tell you, mentorship is not easy. The VIP mentorship I've been handling, I know what I go through teaching those people. So mentorship is really not that easy. So if I'm going to be hosting it, I have to think over and over again if it's something I really want to do. So by Friday, I'll give a final, and I'll post it. Okay. Bishop Mayo, you're welcome. Can a scalping trader use 4 hours? No. If you're a scalper, you don't have any business on 4 hours, except you're using that 4 hours to know the structure of the market. This week might be long in terms of news coming from US and Iran. No, it's gonna be short. It's gonna be short, depending on the pair you're talking about. What time frame is the news Nigerian time? What time frame is the news Nigerian time? I don't know. What news? New York time frame, Oga. It depends on the news. There are some news that happens in London. There's some news that happen in London. I'm still holding my buys on Bitcoin. Okay, you're on Bitcoin. I will buy this. Oh my God, I'm done with the questions. You guys literally just made me laugh, right? Wait, who is this person that said this? Who is this person that said it was by someone? May. Gold rate high or low? I mean, can you demonstrate your candlestick? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I can only teach my mentees. There's some things I don't put out here on the live stream. What we do on the live stream is analyze and backtest the market together, and predict the market for the week. You get, and also go live on Tuesday to trade live with you guys. And then sometimes during the analysis, I also educate you guys on some things that I feel you should know, so that when I start the analysis, you guys would understand. That's the best I can do. But when we're talking about like going deeper into the real education, I can't put it out here because it took me sleepless night to know what I know now. It took me sleepless night, many months sleepless night. I mean, we are in for a real deal, not talking about okay. I think I know what you mean now. Yeah, that's true. How do you combine your fundamental analysis and technical analysis? Okay. Now, this is my technical analysis. I've just analyzed the market technically. Now, I'm going to now watch the news. When I say watch the news, I don't mean to sit on my TV and sit there and be waiting for speech. No. That's what I'm saying. When I host the general mentorship, I'm going to teach you guys all these things. Easy way. You don't need to stress yourself looking for news. Easy way to get news, and how to interpret news on the market. Like the movement. If something should happen today, or if there's news today, the data of the news, how to know if the market is going to buy, if it's going to sell, all of that. I'm going to teach the mentorship class I'll be hosting. Guys, you have no idea. I paid 3 good mentorships to learn Forex. Even when I knew it after the second mentorship, I still had to pay again to learn fundamentals. I've invested in myself. Okay, so if I'm hosting this class, even the The people I take on VIP coaching, one-on-one coaching, they know about fundamentals. I'm not just gonna. There are some traders you pay for mentorship. They will only teach you technicals, but I'm going to be teaching technicals and fundamentals. And man, man, but I don't mind. I don't mind. I'm going to do it because I want everyone to succeed. And what's there to gatekeep? What's there to gatekeep? I beg. Somebody gave me the knowledge. I paid for the knowledge, so if I can, I don't mind giving it out, but for a fee. I'm not going to give it for free. So I'm going to be teaching both technicals and fundamentals during the mentorship class. I'm new here. You're good and you're a good teacher and you're beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm a newbie in trading. Okay, you're welcome. Join the trading community. Join my trading community. The link is on my bio. You need a community to belong, so you don't get swept off by so many distractive traders on the internet, confusing people with fake false strategy and fear. Welcome to the winner's circle. That's true. Bishop Mayo, I see you. That's why you are the goat. You are the goat. Okay, I think I'm done with the questions. So, listen, guys. You see fundamentals, right? A lot of your favorites traders don't know fundamental. They don't know how to apply fundamentals in the market. It's only few traders that know it. When I paid for my first mentorship class, which I paid for, right? I paid to learn from one of the top famous how's it called, Forex trader in Nigeria. If you're going to list top 3, the number 1, either number 1 or number 2, depending on the category you lay them. So I paid to learn from him directly, and it was technical analysis they taught. You understand? They didn't teach fundamentals, just technical. So many top traders don't know fundamental. They just know technical analysis. So you need to know fundamentals and technical as a trader to keep you ahead of the game. So that move that happened on Friday will not kick you out and be wondering, why did market spike? If the people in my trading community, the moment I saw that, I told them, I said, guys, there's no news today, but for this spike to happen means Trump gave a speech. And indeed, he gave a speech, because I actually had to go check. It's impromptu speech, and the market, you understand? So, yeah, don't worry, guys. When I start the general mentorship, I'm going to be teaching you guys both technical and fundamental. That's not a problem. So at this point, I think I have to go off now, because like I said, after this live stream, I will still do another backtesting, my personal backtesting, to prepare myself. Like I said, trading is like a battlefield. You have to always prepare yourself over the weekend. Okay, so I'll see you guys on Tuesday when we'll be going live for live trading. Okay, on Tuesday. I'm going to set my alarm so that I remember, because last time I forgot. So I'm going to set alarm so that I remember on Tuesday. No, I don't use trend line. I've been saying it. I don't use trend line. Gold, I trade gold, and most times gold don't respect it. So I don't use trend line. But gold respects support and resistance. It does. But because of how volatile it is, sometimes the drawdown might be so deep before you now finally start respecting it. Do you get? Bishop Mayo, you're so funny. Is this your first time? I think it's your first time, because I'm just seeing this name for the first time. Tuesday, what time? New York on Tuesday. If you're in my trading channel, my trading community on Telegram, I always drop updates there. I always drop updates there. I didn't plan to stream this long. Whenever I don't plan to stream long, that's when I end up streaming so long. This is like, how many hours now? I think this is 3 hours. Amazing. Okay, guys, the people on TikTok, let me see if they dropped any questions. Please, are we still selling, or are we selling or BTC or buying? I already explained that, and I don't want to go back to the charts now. I'm done with general analysis. I already explained that. Sorry you came late. Just join. You can come in next week Sunday, okay? Or come in on Tuesday when we are going to be trading live. We're trading BTC live because we're focusing on BTC this week. Okay, I'm ending the live now on TikTok. And then I'm dropping here. Time to nah, I'm not resting. I'm still in the market. I still need to analyze the market personally. Trader, you rest, eh? Nah, I don't know how other traders do it, but I don't rest. Is now I even want to try and start resting, you know. It's now I won't start resting, but basically most times I don't rest. I'm always up. In the market. I just joined your Telegram channel. Okay, no problem. Time to rest and prepare for the week. Market is opening in 2 hours. And you will see the move that will happen. I'm literally staying up till when it opens, but before it opens, I must have consumed a lot of things I want to consume in the market right now. Okay, I'll see you guys some other time on Tuesday, New York. Take care. Bye.